Come on now. 9 a.m.'s not too early to party.
Come on up.
Come join us on the stage. Hey, come on. Join us up here. Get us on up here. Come on. Yes, you do. You're beautiful. Come on, Mom. Get on up here. This one. Woo! This will match you. There you go. Come on, Kelly. Get on up here. Come on, join us on the stage. Come on now. This is the
Come on up on
Millionaire
stage. Just dance. All right. Keep on dancing.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing down there? Come on now. You.
So
I
here
see
we are
you, Sherry. Get
celebrating
up here.
1 year of Limitless, 1 year of transformation, 1 year of breakthrough, 1 year where over 10,000 people have registered for
Beautiful.
these events. And as we begin day 3 of Limitless 12, we're celebrating in style. Oh, yeah.
Come on, team. Staff, get on up here.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, let's bring this party up here.
Happy.
Oh, yeah. Come on, ready? What? Oh, yeah. Feeling the moves. Come here, princess dancer. Come on up here. Show us some moves. Lead us in something simple. This is your morning power hour speaking. Where's Gerald Rogers? Gerald is in the house to teach us the Gerald dance.
Need some pictures.
Here we are celebrating 1 year of Limitless. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. This is how we celebrate. This is the Gerald dance. Just follow along with me.
Everybody do the Gerald.
Oh, yeah. You just feel that rhythm. You know the airplane? Other way. All right, running man. Oh, yeah. Other way.
This dance has traveled around the world with Gerald. It is practically famous nowhere.
All right,
Oh,
back
yeah.
to move number 1. Oh, yeah.
Move number 1. Here we go.
Happy birthday, Limitless!
Happy birthday, Limitless!
We want to say thank you to everybody for participating with us here at Limitless 12. This is our 1-year anniversary. And to commemorate, if everyone take their balloons and pop them! Pop your balloons! Happy birthday, Limitless!
1 year. Limitless is 1 year old today. Yay! I love it.
Oh, the fireworks are magnificent.
Leave no balloon unpopped.
That was fun. Thank you.
All right, let's find our way to our seats. Woo! Is it appropriate for me to wear Elsa and Anna right now? Is that appropriate?
That was fun.
I'm going to go into mirrors, okay?
Yeah, do it.
Create a little meditative process.
Better? Okay.
Do it personality after you.
Yeah.
All right, let's find our seats. Just yank it. Just yank it. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating with us and being here. This is our 12th Limitless event, and I will tell you, it has been just such a pleasure and a joy for us to be able to live our purpose. Just to be able to be out here and to, you can't take me seriously, can you? All right, I'll take this off. I'll save that for my daughter. She loves Elsa and Anna.
Testing.
This is a big deal for us, and we have huge plans, a huge vision. Our goal is to bless and transform lives in the millions. And I know that with this group right here and other groups that have come through and participated with us, that's actually possible. This isn't just some dream that we're hoping to create. This is something that we can see. It's happening in the single and individual lives of everyone here. So thank you for being here and playing with us and participating. I want to shift gears here just a little bit. And before I do, I'd love to, again, hear from you. I said it on day one, that you solidify the change within yourself as you share it, as you actually speak those words of life. So I'd love to hear from you some of the things that you're experiencing. Come on up, right here, in the blue. Yeah, come on up. Come on up here. I'm feeling you want to be on stage. Tell everyone your name.
I'm Kira.
Hey, Kira. And what are you experiencing?
I've been to a lot of Limitlesses, and I've only cried on my first angel walk. But yesterday during the wall, I cried because I found that within me there was a wall that was so buried in me that I didn't even find it until the wall. And it was that I always wanted to be alone, and I always wanted to be by myself, and so that people wouldn't leave me, because I've moved around a lot of my life. So that just, and then so I was helping people over, and then when someone came and told me that I should go over, I was kind of off put, because I've always been one to help, but never receive. So.
Awesome. Give Kira a big round of applause. Thank you so much. It's such a wonderful thing to recognize through some of these processes that we have like this example, sometimes we've built up our own walls. Sometimes we don't even realize it until we go through something like that. But wonderful experience. Thank you for sharing. Who else? Right over here. Yes. Come on back. Tell us your name.
I'm Susie.
Hey, Susie.
I love that. It's so cool. That's actually why I came up here. Thanks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really excited. I had my first experience with manifestation last night. So all day yesterday I kept saying, I really want to bring my husband to this. I really want to bring my husband to this, but he doesn't have any more vacation days left. I don't think this is going to work until the new year. And people kept saying, no, just manifest it. It'll happen. I'm like, okay. We're coming next month. I don't know how, but we're coming next month. So I got home last night. I was telling my husband about this, and he started laughing. I said, what are you laughing at? And he said, I found out today I have 3 vacation days left. And we couldn't figure out how we'd miscounted as we used them. We couldn't figure it out. And I was like, cool, it worked. So that was my first experience with manifestation.
Awesome. Big round of applause. Thank you so much. That's powerful. Right here. Come on up. Oh, yeah, thank you. Tell us your name.
Hey guys, I'm Luke,
Hey, Luke.
and I'll just stop you all right now. No one in this room is my father, so let's get that out of your system.
Fair enough.
So I've come to a kind of an incredible breakthrough, and quickly, I'm terrified of talking to people, which is ironic for something that I'm going to share with you guys in a second. My Fitbit says that my heart rate is about 120 beats per minute right now, so thank you all for tricking my body into thinking I'm sprinting.
It's true.
Yeah. So anyway, I came to this realization, and it's crazy that I haven't realized this before, and I want to give a quick shout out to Deanna because she's the one who brought this to mind. It wasn't even one of our sessions. We were just talking. So anyway, quick backstory. My family came from very meager means, and then within a very short amount of time, my father created a multi-million-dollar business. And within a few short years, suddenly all that money was gone. And I'm the youngest of 7. All my older brothers and sisters were gone, and I was kind of left with all the damage and everything that was happening. Anyway, throughout my life, I've experienced similar things. I've gone through incredible success, and the only thing that I can measure that success by is by the incredible amount of just this disaster path that I've left. And I can calculate almost exactly. It's about 4 months. And just to give you guys a few quick examples, so I'm actually a pre-med student, and I've been doing pretty well, but only in semester increments, which isn't very good for a pre-med student, as you can imagine. And actually, this last semester, I was given an incredible opportunity to get a scholarship at the athletic facility at UVU, which is a big deal because a lot of students claw for that, and I was given to it through incredible circumstance. I won't go into that. But I found myself not only destroying that circumstance, I elbow dropped, body slammed it, just destroyed it. And I went through a really rough time, and then I was like, Luke, you got to pick yourself up. You got to get through this. So I actually got the opportunity to become an insurance agent at one of the top agencies here in the state of Utah. And everything was going incredibly well. In fact, my first month selling, I was in the company, the top salesman in the state of Utah. And which is crazy because I'm consider myself an introvert, and it's hard for me to speak to people. So anyway, I've realized that I've had this this vicious cycle, and I didn't realize it until yesterday. And through these breakthroughs, I am positive that I'm going to smash this, and I'm going to create the success that I know that is within me, that shows itself every freaking 4 months, and I'm not going to destroy it this time. So anyway, that was my experience.
Get up for Luke. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate that. Very powerful. All right. We've got one more here that we've got to bring up. Would you come on up? Tell everyone your name.
My name is Jean.
Hey, Jean.
I I had several breakthroughs this morning. Last night, the wall thing was very powerful to me because it hit really close to home. My mom and my grandparents were the last ones on the ship to go to America from Germany before the wall went up. And if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here. And so last night, to be in that situation and to hear the sirens and things really hit home, and I have felt trapped for most of my life because of circumstances growing up and with my husband. And so inside, I just wanted to be free. I wanted to be free, and last night I felt like I overcame that. And I didn't really want to tell my husband where I was going or what I was doing because I was afraid he'd be upset with me because of things in the past. And I thought this morning, I'm just going to get up and I'm going to tell him that my son brought me here, whoever knows Dustin, and give him credit for bringing me here and what he's doing. And I'm not going to be afraid, and I'm going to tell him that I want to keep coming to it. And so I got up this morning and I just said, I really like this seminar. It's been really great for me. I would like for you to come with me sometime. This is what it's about. This is what it does. And I have like probably 20 people I want to bring to these seminars because it's great. And it's like, I don't really care what he thinks or what he says and stuff. I'm going to do it because this is what I love. And so it's been a really good breakthrough as far as I have my freedom. I feel free.
Awesome. Big round of applause. Thank you so much. Fantastic. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and bring up our first presenter for today. And if you could help me bring him up with a warm welcome. Chris Crow. Put your hands together for him.
Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. We've been having some fun, haven't we? How many of you are having fun? We're going to have some fun during this next hour, and in preparation for it, what I want to do is I want to get us grounded. And I want to do grounding a little bit different this morning. What I'm going to have my team right now do is I'm going to have my team actually put the lights back up, and we're going to pass out a little mirror to each one of you for this grounding process. So let's go ahead and do that right now. As you're waiting to receive this, just going to invite you to get yourself grounded by taking a deep breath in, putting as much air as you can in your lungs and holding it for a second, and then a nice slow release. And go ahead and take another deep breath. Put your hand up if you have not received a mirror. Perfect. Just right over there. Perfect. All right. We look in mirrors for different reasons. What are some of those? Brush our teeth. Check our makeup. Vanity. Fix our hair, look for pimples. Have you ever looked in a mirror and stepped into self-judgment? Have you ever found judging the gift of who you are and walking away thinking less of yourself? I don't like the way my hair looks, having a bad hair day. I don't like these wrinkles or freckles or these moles. I don't like my nose line. I don't like what I see. This morning I want to give you an opportunity to look in the mirror but actually see something really different. How many of you have been amazed that when you connect with people, not by looking and judging the exterior of what you see in their body, but when you connect with them in their eyes, that you're astonished to see someone that is absolutely amazing? Yeah. This morning I want to invite you to actually have that experience and see that inside your own self. So I'm going to invite you to take this mirror right now.
and take a moment to connect with who you are. And this time, not judging the physical exterior of your body, which is beautiful, by the way. God doesn't create broken. I want to invite you to connect with yourself in your eyes, this window of your soul, and hold that gaze. Can you see the greatness in yourself? Can you see how amazing and miraculous you are? Can you see your purpose and what it's time for right now? Are you able to hold that connection and hold that gaze? Continue looking. Don't put it away. Don't break that connection. There's more for you to see. And think right now of the words that are coming to mind of what you do see in this amazing, brilliant, miraculous, divine creation. And as you hold this gaze, call out some of the words. What are you seeing in yourself? And in the last 3 days, last 2 days, think about some of the work you've been doing on some of these limiting beliefs, and a lot of them come from childhood, some from adulthood. But can you also see that child? Can you see this young version of yourself that was excited for life and was just overcome by how big the world kept getting? Do you remember summers in between school that seemed to last for years? Do you remember days that seemed to go on forever and yet you were being called in the house for lunch? Can you remember and connect with the wonder of life? Hold that gaze. Erase the years and see that you are you. See that you are not your limiting beliefs right now. The words that you've been discovering, the mean things that we've spoken against ourselves, that is not your identity. There is none of that to see in those eyes. Go ahead and put the mirror down. There's a lot of identity confusion. We're the only creatures on the planet that seem to get it. Like dogs only know how to be dogs, and cats only know how to be, and mice only know how to be. And then we're different than any other creature on this planet because we've been given this amazing God brain, this ability with agency to think and process. We've got abstract thinking. We've got rational thinking. And it can be such a gift, and yet sometimes we allow this gift to get twisted and be used against us to step into some confusion, to believe that we're not smart. To believe that we're ugly or that we're not good enough. I don't want to poke fun, but how many of you are starting to realize how ridiculous these notions are? What good comes from thinking about any of those thoughts? I remember what it felt like to wake up in my brand new home. This was a very large home that had been built on the golf course. And I remember waking up my first morning and looking at the ceiling. I was looking at this Venetian plaster and this beautiful chandelier hanging down, and this double coffered with the lights dimly lit. And then next I looked out the window and I saw this brand new yard. It hadn't even been finished yet, right up against the mountain. And I wondered, is today the day? And I decided it was the day. So I got dressed in my brand new closet. Everything hadn't even been quite organized yet. I grabbed my car keys. I walked downstairs and had breakfast with my wife, my daughter. I asked her, is today the day? She said, Chris, you could have taken this day 2 years ago and I would have supported you. I grabbed an empty cardboard box. I put it in the front seat of my convertible, and I put the top down. It was chilly, but there's something really freeing for me about convertibles. And as I was feeling all the wind rushing in my face, it was only a 3-minute drive to the place where I worked. And all of a sudden, I felt nervous as I parked the car because I had an empty box with me. And as I walked in, I saw the secretary, and I kind of avoided her gaze. I felt awkward enough as it was. I raced upstairs, and then I had a choice. I could take the shortcut down the hallway, or I could walk past 100 of my peers that I worked with. I decided to take the shortcut. I approached Aaron Peterson's office, and I knocked on the door, and I said, I need to talk with you. And he said, now's not a good time. We're about to have a meeting. And I had so much awkward energy inside of me that I couldn't imagine being me for 10 more minutes or 1 more minute feeling that way. So I said, we're just going to have this meeting right now. So I raced in his office and I closed the door with my empty box. And I asked him for a raise, a ridiculous figure that I knew he wouldn't give me. I was a $70,000 raise. And he looked at me strange and then he laughed. And really I came to deliver this message. I said, I'm done working here. Been able to produce financial freedom in my life through what I've been learning with my mentors. And thank you for the experience the last 4 years. It was a friendly handshake. It was a bro hug. And when I left, I didn't feel like putting anything in the box. So I just left. When I came home, the first person I called on my way home was my wife. And I said, I did it! I did it. I felt like I was breathing the air for the very first time. It was like this brand new oxygen. It felt so amazing. And then I called my business partner, who is my father-in-law. And I said, Matt, I did it. I'm done. I just wanted to celebrate with people I love. Came home that day, and I was really excited. And the next morning, I woke up in that brand new house wondering, what do I do with my life now? And I didn't know, so I thought, well, I should go down and sit in my office. That sounds like a good idea. So I walked downstairs, and there's this beautiful, it's got this beautiful woodworking wainscoting, about 5 feet, and they've got this red plaster and this really kind of masculine, it's a beautiful room. I had it designed just for me. And I sat down in my chair, I sat down on my desk, and I was like, okay, what's next? I didn't come up with anything. So then I went out, and there was my wife and my daughter. And I thought, oh, good. I've been powered for the last several years by wanting to be a stay-at-home dad. Let's try it. So I just get down on the ground, and I remember looking at my daughter, and about a minute passed. And I thought to myself, what am I doing here? Like, I feel like a fish out of water. I feel like yesterday felt so good to be done with my job after working so hard to be liberated for 4 years. I'm just I'm off support, life support. I'm like breathing my own air. It's so amazing, and yet there's something missing. For the next 6 months, something was missing till I was in Jamaica walking the beach with my wife. And we're on this small little island, Kokomo. You may have heard of this little island. It's been made famous in that song. How does it go? Come on, pretty mama. That one? It's a little before my generation. And my wife and I were walking hand in hand, and it was a very memorable moment for me because earlier, she's got very thick hair. It took like 4 hours for this Patuan woman to braid her hair in these tiny braids. And never seen my wife with tiny little braids like that. It was really beautiful. And I just remember, her being 6 months pregnant with our second child to be Kaiser. As we were walking on the beach, and we were walking as the sun was setting towards this private dinner that was set up for us. And I remember stopping on the beach and looking at her. And she looked at me, and then she asked me a really strange question. What are you going to do with your life? Now, there's a lot of ways that question could have been taken, right? Like, dude, what are you doing with your life? What's next? Are you finally going to get out of the house? My wife was asking this question. What's your legacy? You don't have to work. You made that dream come true. What's next? But here was the weird thing about that moment. In that moment, all of my insecurities came up that started me on my wealth journey in the first place, that wanted me retired. My jealousy that I couldn't be a stay-at-home dad, that it was expected of me to go get a job and work, and how that bothered me. And brought me back to how small I felt when I felt like I was failing. My mother and father-in-law from the East Coast sent us a random $200 check in the mail. I don't know how they knew that it came the day we didn't have the ability to buy groceries. And I had decided how small and pathetic a man I was. And that pain was a part of my journey. I got triggered in that moment on that beach because I thought my wife was saying, "You're not good enough yet." And I wanted to just scream and say, we've created all of this wealth and I don't have a job anymore and I can do what I want with my life and time. Aren't I enough yet? But that was just a message for me that put me on a journey to find you. It was a journey of what are my limitations holding me back? I want to tell you something. All of the limiting beliefs that we carry as human beings, I'm not good enough, I'm too fat, I'm too young, I'm too old, I can't, I'll never be able to do it, I'm not supposed to do it, there will be family drama if I do it, I don't accept myself, people won't approve of me, no one listens to me, all of these ideas. My journey has taught me this: they are not me. You are not your beliefs. You are not these ideas that don't serve you. Your birthright is not ugly and stupidity and can't. That's not what we are here for. As you connect with yourself, I hope what you come to realize is that you're beautiful and perfect as you are. Yeah, we're imperfect. We're making mistakes and we got lessons to learn. But we are not any of our limiting beliefs. Not one of them. And if you do the wrong thing long enough, it starts to feel right. But that doesn't make it true. We get so attached to these limiting beliefs that we want to guard them and protect them. It's time to let go of them. Who's ready? Friends, today is a day to release more of those limiting beliefs. We've saved one of our favorite processes for this day for you. And something that's going to help get us there is our next speaker. Gerald's going to come up, and he's going to share with you the 4 different soul personality types. And this information I think you're going to find super useful and super beneficial. It's something that shows up for me all the time in helping understand who you are not and yet who you are, and how to step more into the greatness of who you are. Will you please help me welcome to the stage Gerald Rogers.
All right. Oh, yeah.
You can go ahead and take your mirrors and just go ahead and pass them all to the left. I meant to the right. I mean, your left. I mean this way. Watch my hands. That direction. What is that? Yes.
It was really fun watching you as you're doing like this deep meditative process, and you're in the midst of this beautiful sacred moment, like completely like connecting to your spirit and source. And you're wearing like these funny little party hats and princess hats. It's awesome. I love it. That's the visionary joy in that moment. Right now we're going to really explore our core personality traits, the soul script personality. And in a moment you're going to be taking a test to discover which personality you are. So there's 4 core personalities. There's the visionary, the warrior, the oracle, and the healer. So these are the 4 core quadrants. So how many different personality types are there? 4. It's a trick question because the reality is there are 7.5 billion different personalities. But there's these 4 personality types that create the unique combination for each of us. And each of us have each of these 4 different quadrants within us. And it's really, really valuable to understand what is our primary, what is our secondary, and how do these work. Why is understanding our personality so important in our life? Let's get some shares. Why is this so important? Okay, it helps us understand ourselves better so we can really understand what makes us tick, what makes us desire certain things and hate certain things. What about you?
It also helps us connect to other people better.
Helps us connect to other people because when we understand ourselves, it knows how we interact with them. But it also helps us understand their personalities and what their preferences and why they show up the way that they do. Knowledge is power, and when you know about yourself, you empower yourself. Because as you learn these personality types, you'll understand, wow, this is what I'm passionate about. This is where my strength is. It allows you to understand where you operate in your greatest power.
Helps you understand why people work in different ways.
Yeah, it helps you understand why people do things differently than you do, why they work in a different way than you do, and why their perspective is different. What else?
Helps me to understand where my resistance is so that I can, when I'm persuaded to do something or invited to do something, I know when I'm just holding back because of attitude as opposed to trying to move forward.
Perfect. So it helps you understand where your resistance is. So then when you're trying to take action to do certain things, you'll notice certain things, you just feel a lot of weight, a lot of resistance to actually moving forward with that. And this will help you understand why. Any other things? Yeah, it helps you step into who you are, so all of a sudden you give yourself permission to be that rather than something else. So you don't feel suffocated trying to fit into the box that your mom or your school teacher or your church gave to you. You can just step into, wow, this is who I am, and you can express that more fully. And it makes you feel more alive when you do that.
It helps connect your family better to know how to interact with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. It helps connect your family better and within relationships. It'll help you to understand and appreciate other people's strengths and their values.
How to set your best pathway and know what is energizing for you and what's draining for you.
Perfect. It'll help you set your own pathway to discover your purpose and figure out what energizes you in your life and what drains you. And this is really important. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hand out our soul script personality tests. So as they hand these out, I'm just going to invite you to really play along. This is a very simple test that I created. I've studied so many different personality systems. There's the DISC, the color code, the Colby index, so many different personality tests that I've studied, and this is one that I've created as a way of simplifying and also making it a very, very quick way to identify how I can work best with my clients. So as you get these tests, let me walk you through the instructions. So altogether, there are 10 questions that are going to give you an idea of what your primary, secondary personality is and how you rank in these different things. What I'm going to invite you to do is just get out of your head and just answer the questions as easily as possible. with each question, you're going to put a number 1 by the answer that best represents your natural way of showing up. Then a 2 by the number that second best represents you. Number 3 by the one that third best represents you. And number 4 by the one that least represents you. Now, this is one of those tests where it does not, I repeat, it does not serve you to cheat and look at your neighbor's answers. For this, and it also doesn't serve you to overthink it. Because we understand that you have different of these personalities within you. But just do the best you can and simplify it. So once again, you're going to be putting a 1, 2, 3, 4 under each of them. So for instance, if it were me on this first question, when in a group of people a predicament arises, I am A, systematic, B, encouraging of others, C, imaginative, or D, I seize control of the situation. I put a 1 by the number C, I would put a 2 by the letter B, I would put a 3 by the letter D, and I put a 4 by the letter A. So you do that based on that. Do we have a question?
No, you just announced that 1 was supposed to be your most likely, but on the paper it says 4.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that's wrong. So go ahead and put a 1 by the one that is most like who you are. So number 1 goes on the one that best represents you. I know, on the paper is wrong. Sorry, oracles. I know that's going to totally jack you up. I'm so sorry, oracles. Number 1 is the one that best represents you. Yep. So you'll have a number by every one of them. So we'll turn on some music right now and give you a moment to complete the test. So after you complete each of the questions, and you're going to be totaling up each of the columns. So you'll add up all of the A's, all of the B's, all of the C's, and all of the D's. We'll give you one more minute. Total up all the answers. So you'll be totaling up all of the column A, all of the column B, all of the column C, and all of the column D, and I'll walk you through the next step after that. Okay, does anyone need more time? Raise your hand if you need more time. Okay, we'll give you one more minute. Okay, all right. So here's how this works. So assuming that you put your lowest score, the lowest number, the one that best represents you, your lowest score, when you total it all up, will be your dominant personality trait. It will be your dominant. So the second will be your secondary, and then the third and fourth will be your last one. So what we're going to be looking at is your number one most, the lowest score as your dominant. And we're going to be playing a little game with this right now. So we're going to see who these different personalities, and is there anyone that has two scores, low scores that are the same? Anyone? Awesome, perfect. For this game, you get to pick either one. You get to pick which one. All that means is that you have a very strong balance between those two primary and secondaries. Is there anyone, out of curiosity, that has very close scores among all of the numbers? Right, so we have a special word for you. You are divergent. What that means is you just have the ability to access each of these different personalities pretty easily. But for the sake of today, just identify the one that you want to focus on today. So if your lowest is the very, very first, then you are an oracle. So can we have all of the oracles go ahead and stand up? If your lowest is the A, go ahead and stand up if you're oracles. Awesome. Give the oracles a big round of applause. All right, so we're going to have you oracles come step over here. So this is going to be the oracles. Come over in this corner. If your lowest is a B, then you are a healer. If your lowest is a B, go ahead and stand up. Awesome. Give it up for our healers. Oh, come on, give them some love. All right, perfect. Healers, you're going to go back into that back corner right there. If your lowest is a C, a visionary. If your lowest is a visionary, stand up. Give the visionary some love. Oh, yeah. All right, visionaries, you're going to be taking your party back to that back corner over there. And if your lowest is a D, you are a warrior. Warriors, stand up. Oh, yeah, let's hear it for the warriors. Right, warriors, I'm going to have you come to this corner right here. Okay, so for this game, what we're going to be doing is we're going to have you have an opportunity as a group to discuss and to identify what your core personality attributes are. So what that's going to look like is you're going to get together in groups of between 6 to 8 people in your team. And you're going to need one person from your team to be the scribe, okay? So you're going to be breaking into smaller groups within your personality types. So it's going to be 6 to 8 people. And you're going to need one person writing down. And your goal as a group of 6 to 8 people is to identify 20 characteristics that represent your personality. So go ahead and get in groups of 6 to 8 people and choose a scribe and see if you can come up with 20 words that best describe you. Ready, go! Let's get some music on. What are some words you would use to describe you? Okay, one more minute. Okay, begin wrapping up. All right, give your teammates a high five and say, you're amazing. Okay. All right, listen up. Shh. Okay, so what we're going to do now is you're going to have an opportunity as a team to express to the rest of the group some attributes of your personality. And we're going to be talking about your strengths as well as some of the things that you're great at in your life. So to do this, I want to get the energy as close as possible. So first of all, we're going to invite the warriors up on stage, and I'm going to have everyone else just gather as close as possible. You don't need to worry about sitting in your seat right now. Just find a seat as close as possible. And let's bring the warriors up on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the warriors! Perfect. And I need one person. I need one person from the warrior team to be the warrior scribe, okay? Need a warrior scribe, and what we're going to do is we're going to have you go around, and we're going to have the warriors share with you some of their greatest strengths and attributes. Some of the things that the warriors are just naturally good at. And how many of you know that you have some people in your life that are warriors? Awesome. So this is going to be really helpful for you to understand. So we'll just pass the mic around and have each of you, you don't need to necessarily look at the sheet, but we're going to just make a list of specific attributes that represent the warriors. So if we can give them all your attention, give the warriors one more big round of applause. All right, warriors. So tell us, what are some adjectives that best describe who you are?
Positive or negative?
Either one.
I'll give you both in the same. Willing to take control in a situation.
Okay, willing to take control of the situations. This is definitely one of the things that represents a warrior, is they're willing to take control, and that's what helps them get things done.
Sometimes being too controlling.
Sometimes being too controlling.
We're not passive aggressive.
You're not passive aggressive, so what are you?
We're direct. We don't like to beat
You're
around the
just
bush.
aggressive. Just eliminate the passive from that statement. We're not passive aggressive, we're just aggressive.
We kind of like going along the same thing. We like to take charge, but we also like to do our own thing. We didn't split up into into groups of 6. We're like, there's 14, let's do this all together. Right then, decision making, see it happen.
This is one of the powerful things about the Warriors is they're just going to make a decision because they don't need outside direction. They're very self-motivated.
Sometimes we're really bossy.
Sometimes. I like how she added the word sometimes before that. Yeah.
We're very bold and we don't like to take no for an answer.
So they're bold, they don't like to take no for the answer, they're willing to keep moving forward. What else?
We don't let things get in our way. If it gets in our way, we push it behind us and just go for it.
Yeah, this is one of the beautiful things about the Warriors is when there's an obstacle, they're going to find the way through it, around it, over it. It doesn't matter. They will get through that obstacle.
I feel like details are only really important as long as you can keep moving with them. Like as soon as you get bogged down in the details, like you don't need to worry about that anymore. Just give that to someone else and they can take care of that.
Yeah, this is really important about the Warriors is they don't need a lot of details. They don't want a lot of details. They only want enough details to get the result. What else?
We're really loyal.
They're loyal.
For me, I see the big picture, so it's harder for me to delegate because I can do all the details quicker than I can tell you how to do it.
Yeah. This is one of the things about the Warriors is they know what they want and they've got to figure it out. So sometimes it's hard for them to have other people do things for them just because they know they can do it better.
We are confident.
Yeah, the warrior energy is a very confident, dominant, powerful energy.
I think we facilitate change.
Okay, they facilitate change. This is one of the beautiful things about that warriors is they make things happen. What else?
We are passionate.
Passionate. They have so much energy. The warrior energy is an extroverted energy. They love taking action. They love moving forward. They have a lot of passion behind what they do. They have an immense amount of drive. What else?
And with all this, trying to be effective, diligent, and productive at the same time.
Diligent, productive, effective. Awesome. So for you in the audience, what are some things that you really, really appreciate about having a warrior on your side, a warrior on your team? What are some things you really love about that? They're direct. What else? They're dependable. What else? Things get done. What else? They drive things forward. They make things happen. There is no fluff with the warriors. They're willing to be very direct. Sometimes it might feel a little too direct, healers, right? Like sometimes, but they like to just say it like it is. What else? They're honest. Get results. If you want things to happen, have a warrior on your team or activate the warrior inside of you. What else? Their winner mentality is contagious. Like there's something about the warriors. They're very competitive. They love to win. And this makes it so they're willing to take action, they're willing to get things done, and they want to be on top. And so there's that fun competitiveness around that. So when you look at what motivates, and we're going to be looking at this real quick, what actually motivates the different personalities, what are some things that motivate the warrior energy? They're motivated by challenge. They're motivated by competition. They're motivated by deadlines. They're motivated by results. They're motivated by power and prestige. They're motivated by money. And this is really important. Of all the different personality types, the warrior energy is actually the only energy that's really dominantly motivated by money. Like the warrior energy is the producer energy, period. It's the energy that goes out and creates results and creates financial results as well. Other things that they're motivated by. Purpose. They're motivated by purpose. So these are some really, really powerful things. So how many of you can understand why it's important to have a warrior on your team? How many of you can understand why it's important to access the warrior energy inside of you? Awesome. So we're going to have you as a team, if you were to identify one animal that best represents the warrior energy, what would it be? All right. I think they settled on a griffin, which is half eagle, half lion. Right? So what we're going to be doing in a moment, all of us have warrior energy inside of us, and this is what's important to understand as we talk about these personality types. And there's some times where every one of us gets to step into this greatness, step into this power, step into this energy of, I'm a warrior and I'm just going to get it done. I'm going to take action. And especially if, say, you're a dominant healer or oracle and you have a hard time making decisions and you tend to hesitate, there are times where it would really serve you to activate your warrior energy. So in a moment, what we're going to do is we've got some music that we're going to be playing that represents the warrior energy. And as we play this music, we're going to have all of you stand up, and you're going to walk around like griffins in your warrior energy. In all of your power, you're going to walk around, you're going to meet people, you're going to walk around as though you are a warrior. Let's get some music, all right? Everyone on your feet. Oh, yeah. Ah. All right, we're going to have all you warriors come walk around. Just walk around as though you're a warrior. Move around the room. confident, powerful, bold. Just embody the energy of the warrior. You are that lion. Fierce, dominant, strong. Oh yeah! Feel free to beat your chest. Ah! Let's see your warrior energy fully activated. Feel that power. Feel that strength. Whoa. Ah, that's right. Feel that energy. You are powerful. You are royalty. You are strong. You get things done. Oh yeah, walk around the room as a warrior. Embody that confidence. Embody that strength. That energy that you get things done. All right, everyone, give me your attention up here. Listen up. Shh. Okay. We're going to make our warrior declaration. We're going to speak and embody the energy of the warrior, and I want to hear your strength. I want to hear your power as you repeat these words. I am confident. I am bold. I am a leader. I make decisions quickly. I take action. I get things done. I make things happen. I produce results. And I make a lot of money. I protect my family. And I lead with strength. Because I am powerful. I am powerful. Because I am a warrior. Woo! Give yourselves a big round of applause. Awesome. Wow, you guys are powerful. Do you feel that energy of the warrior? Awesome. So now we're going to transition a little bit, and we're going to invite the healers to come forth. It's just those. There are a lot of healers, so get up here nice and close. Good thing about the healers is they don't mind getting a little snuggly up here. Just getting next to the person up here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the healers! Healers, just feel free to put your arms around the person next to you and just say, thank you for being here.
This is our team.
It's so nice to have you here. Can we get red mic on? Carson? All right, perfect. So we got 2 mics. So we've got our scribe over here. And what we're going to be doing is, not everyone's going to have a chance to share, but you get just celebrating those that do. What we're going to do is we're just going to pass around the mic and have you share some words that you feel best describe the healers. So let's just go ahead and start over here. We got our scribe.
Accepting.
They're accepting. The healers just love everyone. They love each other so much. And what's great about the healers is they see the best in everyone.
Compassionate.
Okay, compassionate. This is so powerful. They feel so deeply, and so they'll feel other people's pain. What else?
Genuine and sincere.
Okay, very, very genuine, very sincere. That authenticity is really important for them.
I feel like healers can be very gentle, but like if you threaten those that they love, they can be very fierce. Yes.
So the fierceness is the warrior that comes out in the mother bear, but the healer energy is naturally gentle. It's just very caring and compassionate and very soft. What else?
We're very empathetic.
Very what?
Empathetic.
Empathetic, so they feel other people's pain. And this is really important for a healer. When they're around people that are hurting, they feel it inside. What else?
We have motherly or fatherly instincts.
So it's very much the maternal instinct of the healer. What else?
We're supportive.
Okay, supportive. This is incredibly important. Like, they're here to help. They're here to change people's lives. What else? Compassionate. What else? Okay, they can't say no. This is really, and this is really important because tied to all of the strengths within these different personalities is also areas for improvement. Because they sometimes, because they want other people to be happy, sometimes they become people pleasers, right? Where they just feel like they need to do things, and sometimes they self-sacrifice at the expense of other things that are more important. And so one of the things with the healers is sometimes they give and they give and they give and they give to the point where they have nothing left, and sometimes the healers can get resentful that they're not receiving back. And one of the most important things for healers to learn is this magical word called no, right? And this is really important, that you know how to set your own boundaries to honor yourself so that you give yourself the same love that you're putting out there to everyone else. Good, what else? So they love, and that love is very important for leadership.
So we are soul seers, like S-E-E-R, so meaning that we see deep into people's souls.
Oh, they see so deeply into your soul. They see who you are.
We're really funny. we're friendly.
What it?
Friendly.
Okay, they're friendly. They're friendly. For the healers, everyone's a friend, right? And this is really important for the healer energy. Connection is one of the most important things. What else?
We're unconditional. It's easier for us to love unconditionally.
Okay, so they love unconditionally. It's very easy for them to be in that space of total love and appreciation for other people. What else?
We are inclusive.
Inclusive, right? They don't want anyone to be left out. They don't want anyone to be left behind.
We're understanding.
Okay, they're very understanding. They love to listen. This is really important. They love deep, meaningful conversations. And sometimes they like to take time with those conversations because quality time is so important for the healers, and sometimes the warriors, can't always appreciate that. Can't you just get to the point? But for the healers, the point is connection more than anything. What else?
Forgiving.
They're so forgiving. They're so forgiving.
We're self-analyzing.
Okay, so while the warrior and visionary energy are very extroverted, the healer energy is very introverted. They're very thoughtful. They're very peaceful. They're very very supportive of other people, but they just think a lot and they're very internal.
We build others up. We're their cheerleaders.
Okay, they're cheerleaders, they're supporters, they're lovers. Oh my gosh, these people love, love, love. So from you in the audience, what are some things you really love and appreciate about the healers? Okay, they put the Band-Aid on. They're always there to fix, to heal. What else? They're kind. What else? They're loyal. They are so fiercely loyal to their friends. They're very comforting. They're so nurturing in the way that they show up. Very, very accepting. You just feel welcome when you're around healers. They're very patient. They tend to have a very high willingness to listen and to wait. And incredibly intuitive. So when you look at the healers, what are some things that motivate the healers? Okay, thinking of others. So they're motivated by contribution. They want to make a difference in someone's life. They want to show up in a powerful way that will bless other people. What else? Connection, contribution. They're just motivated by people in love and service. All right, so what we're going to do right now is, if you healers could identify any animal that best represents the healer energy, what would it be? The penguins. Teddy bears? Okay, we're going to say a puppy. We're going to say a cute little puppy that it's just like one of those puppies that's just there to give love and to make you feel good. That's always there for you. And so what we're going to do is in a moment, we're going to have every one of you tap into your healer energy, which is all about love and connection. And we're going to have all of you stand up and walk around the room as though you are fully in your healer energy. So everyone go ahead and stand up. And let's go ahead and play our healer song. All right, everyone, just go walk around. Just go connect with people. Just feel the love. As you walk around as healers, just feel this strength, feel this compassion, feel this love. All right, everyone. That's right. As this music plays, I need everyone's attention up here. We're going to speak the Healer Manifesto. Everyone repeat after me. I love my life. I love the people around me. I love to serve. I love to give. I make connections easily. I'm always here to help. I make a difference in other people's lives. I see the greatness in others, and I compliment them on that greatness. People love to be around me because they feel better when they're with me. I leave everyone better for having known them because I love them deeply. Because I am a healer. I am a healer. I am a healer. Awesome. Give the healers a big round of applause. Okay, healers, go ahead and have your seat. Next, we're going to invite up the visionaries. Bring it up, visionaries. Woo-hoo-hoo. Perfect. Visionaries, you can bring up your party hats if needed. The healers, meanwhile, are still giving hugs on their way back to their seats.
We're the party. We're the party. We bring the party.
Hello, we're the visionaries. We like attention.
Please, everyone, please give the visionaries some attention up here.
Hello.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the visionaries. All right, so let's go around and get some words that best describe the visionaries.
We bring the party.
They bring the party. So they are party starters. They live for the party. They love enrolling people for the party. What else?
Time isn't an element.
What's that?
Time isn't an element.
Okay, so time is so irrelevant to the visionaries. If you want a word that would completely like crush the visionary, there's actually two words that you just don't say around visionaries. The first is budget.
Hey,
And
don't,
the
don't say
second-
that.
And the second is time management.
Don't say that.
Ugh. All right. What else? Let's get some more words that represent the visionaries.
We like to dream.
All right, so they are the dreamers. They love to dream. They love thinking outside the box. What else?
We are the creators.
They're creators. There's
We
something
s-
powerful. It's a creative energy within all of us. That's the visionary energy that likes to create from scratch. Yeah, and this is really important. They love to start projects. Finishing, that's optional, you know? That's not so important. Because here's the thing about visionaries. The visionaries are, they all have this, I don't know, it's kind of like a disease. It's called shiny object syndrome. Squirrel, what's that? What, right? And they just love chasing the next bright, shiny object. All right. Okay, what else?
I actually have a visionary joke. How many visionaries does it take to screw in a light bulb? Let's go ride bikes!
Let's go ride bikes.
We are very inspiring.
They're a very inspiring, very fun energy. Because like the warriors, they're very extroverted. They love to be out there, and they have this magnet. They have this ability to attract people to them because of that energy.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous. This is true.
We
They
have-
love just doing things spontaneously, like getting married, you know? Let's just get married on Saturday. But I'm not going to tell her.
We have a good attention to detail.
Right? They don't like getting bogged down by details. They love. Yes, so perfect. No, you just doodle. You just doodle. That's what your job is.
We make you think.
Right?
We open your mind and make you think.
Oh, they love
have to think.
expansive ideas. The visionary energy is all about growth and expansion. And the other thing that's a driver for the visionary is freedom. They love freedom. They love being able to do new things, and that's why being spontaneous is so important. The visionary energy at the core is the entrepreneurial energy that's driven by that freedom to do what they want to do.
Free imagination.
Okay, imagination is huge. What else?
I actually have another visionary joke.
We have
Can I tell it?
We have another visionary joke.
So visionaries are so outside of the box, they don't even see the box. But when they do, they wrap it in that shiny wrapping paper that distracted them at the grocery store.
This is true. And this is really important because
bubble wrap.
while some people get stuck in the box, the visionary, there is no box. They love thinking outside of the box. They love thinking of creative new ideas. So really quickly, what are some things you love and admire about the visionaries? They're uplifting. They're fun. They're what? They're what? Fun. And this is one of the core motivators for the visionaries. They love being motivated by fun. What else? Creative solutions. Awesome. What else? What else? Squirrel. Awesome. They're adorable. Aww. And let's face it, they're pretty sexy, right? So when you look at a visionary, once again, they're not going to be motivated by money. They're going to be motivated by adventure and fun and freedom and connection. They're motivated by that acknowledgement of being on stage or whatever it is. They have this natural leadership ability that people just want to be around them just because they have this extroverted energy. So visionaries, if you were to identify one animal, unidragoncorn. What's that? All right. I think a unicorn. We're just going to stick with unicorns, okay? So monkeys are also very appropriate. Hummingbirds are also appropriate. All right. They can be whatever they want to be. So right now, all right, okay, we're not going to try. Okay, you be whatever you want to be, okay? Okay, you can be everything you want to be. So in a moment, we're going to have you stand up, and we're going to have you embody your visionary energy, that energy that helps you be inspiring, loud, fun, extroverted. This is a chance to play. Everyone go ahead and stand up. And we got this music that will help you embody your visionary energy. Ready, go. Oh, yeah. Everyone on your feet, especially you oracles. That's awesome. Break good times, come on! I'll share. Times when you put times to celebrate this party with you. Oh yeah, celebration. Oh yeah, come on. And have a good time. Celebration. Have a good time. It's your pleasure. Come on, oh yeah. All right, everyone, as you dance around, repeat these words after me. I love my life. I love new opportunities. I celebrate every day. People love to be around me because I am inspiring. I am fun. And life is a party with me because there's always something fun going on. Woo! I am a visionary! All right, give it up for the visionaries! Woo! All right, visionaries, find your seats. And let's invite the oracles up on stage. All right, oracles up on stage. All right, we need an oracle scribe. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the oracles. All right, let's get some words from the oracles that best describe you. Everyone, please. Shh, I know. First of all, I just want to acknowledge you oracles for pretending like you're visionaries for a moment. I know that drove you crazy. All right, but we want, and I also apologize that the instructions were messed up on the piece of paper. I know that. I know, that's just like you have to erase it, fix it, edit it. All right, so everyone give them some attention as they share with you what their core strengths are. Okay, tell us about the oracles. Give us a word that represents you.
Okay, oracles, they...
Just notice the oracle right here.
Okay.
He's doing way better than saying a word. He's embodying the oracle right now.
Hey, I had a good one. Just hold on. Okay.
No, it's perfect. Just think about it a little bit longer.
Okay, we make friends easy.
I'm not. No, no. We're vetoing that. So that's the healer inside of you. That's a visionary. The oracle, that's not the natural strength of the oracle. But here's the deal. When you do make friends, the oracle is so deeply loyal. So it may take a while to actually become friends with the oracle, but once they are, you become lifelong friends. They are so deeply loyal once they make friends. But it's definitely the healer energy inside of you that makes friends easy, and you have that, but that's not the oracle.
Mathematical and logical.
Mathematical
I was actually
and logical.
thinking, why are there so many people in the healer section? Those are the type of people that would come to this conference.
Yeah, absolutely. So mathematical and logical, everyone go like this, right? The Vulcan salute, this is Spock is the embodiment of the oracle energy.
Reserved and introverted.
Okay, reserved and introverted. They have a much more withdrawn, introverted energy. Now, sometimes people mistake that and they think, wow, they don't feel very much because on the outside, they're not expressive with the emotions. But the oracles know that's just the opposite. The reality is the oracles feel so deeply, they might not express it, but they're the embodiment of the phrase that says, still waters run deep. They're very, very deep thinkers and feelers.
Very organized.
Very organized. Organization is something really, really important because that's what creates safety for the oracle, and safety is one of the key words for the oracle of what motivates and drives them. I love the graph over there. That's perfect.
Particular.
Okay, they're very particular. They have a specific idea in their mind of what's right and what's wrong. They're very black and white thinkers. And so they're very particular. Like if something doesn't fit within their vision of what's right, then it has to be wrong, right?
Yeah. We're also precise, direct.
Precise, direct.
Consistent.
Consistent. Oh my gosh, this is a huge thing. Once they make a decision, they take a long time to make a decision. In fact, the oracles are the only energy type that will actually read a contract. It's the only energy type that will actually read through like that waiver that we have. Visionaries, warriors, healers, they don't care, right? They'll just whatever, just show me where to sign. The oracles are like, give me some time, I got to read this, and they'll read all 27 pages of the contract. So they take a while to make a decision, but once they make a decision, they're consistent and they follow through. They're very good at following through with that. What else?
They're careful and they catch details.
Okay, they're very detail-oriented. They catch details. What else?
Not only will we read through it, but we'll actually correct it.
Okay, they'll actually correct it. They'll proofread it, right? I know. I'll get comments from oracles, if I misspell something on a Facebook post, it's like, hey, just so you know, you misspelled Limitless or something. I'm like, whatever. What? I know.
Give me the details and then leave me alone because this is already awkward enough for people.
Yeah, give me all the details and then just leave me alone because I'll make the decision I need to.
We like to be, I can't think of the word, crap.
You like to be crab? Me too, yay!
We like to have detailed things, and everything has to be in its place, or else it's gone.
All right. So having that structure, having that order is super important. Let's get one more.
Knowledgeable, intellectual, analytical.
Knowledgeable, intellectual, they are very much. The oracle is a very head-centered energy. They think a lot. And because of that, they have so much wisdom, so much knowledge, and so many details, and they're constantly gaining more. So what are some things you love and appreciate about the oracles? They're skillful. They've got a very still, calm energy. They process. They build the box, right? And they stick within the box. Without the oracles, there would be no box. Without the oracles, none of this, anything would exist in the world at all, right? They're the ones that produce and create the systems and follow through, and that's so important. What else do you love about the They're reliable. They actually know where the kids are. Oh, the keys are. And the kids. Okay, they're very grounded. Awesome. They're very deliberate. And unlike the visionary, the oracles love, love, love the word budget. And they love time management. They love that because that's what creates safety for them, right? For them to know what's happening. And they love to think in advance. Don't try to surprise an oracle because they're not really big fans of that. All right, so with that, what we're going to do is the oracle energy is so important for being consistent, following through, getting things done. And so in a moment, we're going to have all of you stand up, and we're just going to have you embody the oracle energy as we play this music. Everyone on your feet. Ben, the oracle music. Everyone on your feet.
You missed part. The animal.
Oh, wait. We need an animal. Give us an animal. Okay, they're the owl, okay? They're the owl. Everyone on your feet. On your feet. And walk around the room as though you are oracles, embodying that strength, that stability, that wisdom.
Do you get it? I'm like on my phone, like organizing something. Get it? Single file. We should be in one file line.
Yep, a single file line, walk around. I know, don't walk the wrong way. Okay, everyone repeat the Oracle Manifesto with me. Everyone repeat, I am an Oracle. I am organized. I love details. I love following through. I love managing my money. I have an organized schedule and a very clean desk. I am very responsible because I know what's right, because I am intelligent and I know best, because I am an oracle. I am an oracle. Everyone give your partner a high five and say, you are an oracle. All right. Everyone go ahead and return to your seats. Okay, quiet. Shh. So someone was asking me, so Gerald, what personality are you? If you could guess my personality, my core personality, what would you say? That's interesting. All right, so here's my personality. In my work, in order for me to stand on stage, to inspire, to create new ideas, and to think outside the box, I get to stand in my visionary, which is fun, spontaneous. I love thinking of new ideas, new processes. I love marketing and attracting people to this work. I love that growth and expansion. And I love also in my work to be a warrior, to get things done, to be a leader, to make decisions, to empower people through breakthroughs, to have those hard conversations. And I love to be a healer. I love to be a healer in my work because that's what drives me to connect, to create these safe spaces for people to experience who they truly are, to acknowledge the best in them, to feel deeply, to love in this unconditional way. I'm a healer. And I'm also an oracle. I'm an oracle that manages the details and the sequences and makes sure that everything flows right. And there's a lot of oracle in me that requires stillness for me to meditate and to think and to process through things. And I've got a lot of details that I manage inside my head in order for me to navigate my business and my life. So I am an oracle. I am a healer. I am a visionary. And I am a warrior. And so are you. And the more you understand this information, the more it gives you access to show up in these different ways when you need to. Because there will be times where you, within your relationships, you can be spontaneous and fun and playful as a visionary. And you just get to enjoy life. There's some times where you get to connect as a healer and listen and feel deeply and be compassionate and intuitive and tap into your heart. There's some times where you get to be the oracle and you get to work through details and create systems and to really build safety for you and your family. And there's sometimes where you get to be the warrior where it's just time to get it done. And so this all is so critical as you learn how to be a conscious creator, as you learn how to live limitless, that you learn how to activate this and you learn how to appreciate and honor the gifts within other people as well. Just by a show of hands, how many of you have felt like this has been valuable and helpful today? Awesome. Give yourselves a big round of applause. How many of you would be interested in taking this information and taking it into your families and teaching and actually learning more about how to use this information? Perfect. So how many of you love gifts? Oh, come on. Who loves gifts? So I've created a test, which you have here. And I've also created a 1-hour training that breaks down each of these things in more detail. How many of you would love a copy of that? How many of you would love that for free? All right. So that's a training I normally sell for $50, but all you need to do is we have a very special tribe page exclusively for our Limitless community. So for everyone that's here, because you're here right now, you have an opportunity to join our Facebook tribe page. And on that page, we've posted videos and pictures from this event. You'll be able to connect with the other people that were here. And every single week, we have special weekly training calls that Chris and I lead, as well as you'll be able to share with the community your breakthroughs and your ahas and everything else. And so today, I'll be posting on the tribe page that recording and access to that recording as well as a test. How many of you would love to access that? Perfect. So all you need to do, and you can do this right now, you can pull out your phones and go to go to your browser and you'll go to limitlesstribe.org. Limitlesstribe.org, that will redirect you to our Facebook tribe page. And when you go to that page, you'll just click request to join, and then later today one of our team will accept you and you'll be able to access and download that. My only invitation is that when you join, that you go onto that page, introduce yourself, and share your biggest breakthrough for this event. Share what changed in your life because you were here, and let the rest of the tribe know who you are, and just be there as part of that tribe to connect and to contribute. How many of you are willing to do that? Awesome. Give yourselves a big round of applause. So right now, everyone just go ahead and turn to the person next to you and share with them what was your biggest breakthrough or aha from this morning. Just go ahead and turn to the person next to you and share.
All right, 15 more seconds. All right, everybody stop. Give the person a high five you're talking to. Say, you are limitless. All right. Who are the visionaries in the room? Okay. Well, I'm hoping that everyone can appreciate this. You ready for this? Red sky at night, shepherd's or sailor's delight. Blue sky at night, day. I liked it anyway. I thought it was pretty good. So, as you can see, I'm wearing my Limitless shirt. I've got my Limitless hat. This is a shameless plug. If you'd like to continue on and wear some of these things, we've got a wonderful swag store back in the back. You're welcome to pick up a shirt or a hat, or we've got some earrings, rings, different things, and a lot of different things that you can have. They're fun to wear. I like them. Anyway. Well, I'd like to bring up our next speaker. And this is an individual who I have grown to love over the last several years. Actually, I didn't grow to love him. I loved him from first time I met him. He's just an amazing individual. We connected on so many different levels. You'll hear a bit of his story. But Tracy has traveled around the nation spreading financial well-being, financial security, financial wealth and abundance to all those around him. He's actually known as the pastor of prosperity, the deacon of dollars, the friar of financial freedom. If you'll get on your feet and help me welcome up Tracy Roberts, put your hands together.
Stephen Michael Miller. Thank you, sir. Wow. Have any of you in this house, have any of you ever ran out of money before you ran out of month? Yeah. Have you ever had more bills than you had bank accounts? Now for a serious question. Have any of you come here hoping, praying, desiring to receive a miracle? Well, you're not alone. My name's Tracy Roberts, and I am an expert in poverty, prosperity, and abundance. Today, I'm going to introduce you to my board of directors. What I've found is throughout our lives, we're influenced by many individuals. And these individuals act as a board of directors. And so today I'm going to introduce you to 6 of the members of my board. How many? 6. And I'm going to show you how that having the right members on your board are going to move you from mixed results to masterful results. So having the right members of the board of directors, or having your right board of directors, is going to move you from what? From mixed results to masterful results. In order to do this, we're going to go on a little journey. Would y'all be willing to go on a journey with me today? Yes. All right. I'm going to introduce you to some of the members of my board. When I was growing up, I came from very, very poor circumstances. And when I say poor, I mean that we were po. We were P-O poor. We were so poor that we could not afford the extra O or the R. I grew up in a little town in East Texas of about 1,800 people. We lived 6 miles out of town, a mile down a dirt road on a little piece of land. And the way that we finished the inside of the house is we finished it with reject particle board that was from the mill dump. Oftentimes, I'm not used to talking and having people fondle me at the same time. No, he was not really, truly.
I get all the fun jobs.
All right. All right. Y'all give it up for Stephen Michael Miller. Thank you, sir. So in our house, we had to go to the mill dump and we got reject particle board. For privacy in my house, we hang sheets over the doors. And we had those sheets on little spring rods over all of the bedrooms and also over the bathrooms. And that's what I got to experience for privacy. But it wasn't all bad because we had a wood stove in our house. And so if it would get cold at any given time, at least half of me could be warm. We were truly blessed. But the main way that I was blessed is because just up the lane lived my granny. And Granny is the first member of the board of directors that I'm going to introduce you to. See, Granny taught me some lessons. She taught me that, she said, son, always keep some cash. That was back in the days when you could put a quarter in a payphone. And so she actually said, keep a quarter in your pocket so that if you ever need to, you can call home and I'll come pick you up. Now I keep a little bit more cash than a quarter in my pocket, but I always keep some cash. The second member that I'm going to introduce you to is my daddy. My daddy taught me that if you work hard and serve other people, this world in which we live in is going to be a better place. He only had part of the equation. Because see, if working hard and serving other people were all of the equation, then my daddy would have died a rich man. And yet he died poor. One day, when I was in high school, I ran track. I don't really look like it now. But back then, I did run track. And one day, at the track meet, I saw an old yellow pickup truck. And it was pulling into the parking lot. And I ran faster from the infield of the track out to the parking lot than I did on the track that day. The reason why is because it was my daddy coming to my track meet. He had never been to one. Because see, you have to work hard and serve other people. So he had never been. And so we were walking, we were talking, I was getting so excited. And then we came to the gate. The entrance to get into the track meet that day was $1. And neither me nor my daddy had $1. So my daddy was a proud man, and he told me that he had to get back to the shop. And gave me some words of encouragement. But my not having $1 changed my life. It has changed the life of my posterity. And I believe if you're willing to change, that me not having $1 on that day can change your life now. Are y'all ready to change? Yeah. All right. I started doing all the things that they told me to do. And that was get an education. I did it. I even was able to trick Brigham Young University out of a diploma. That deserves that's a big round of applause. I mean, so I did everything I was supposed to. I got an education, then I got a job, and my daddy told me to get a government job. See, a government job will pay you a pension. So I got a government job. I was with the sheriff's office. And then they told me I need to put money in 401ks, IRAs, do all of these things. I did all of those. Then a couple of years ago, my government job quit me because my knee didn't work anymore properly. I'm changing that belief now. But I was doing everything that they told me to do. And I decided that I was going to start finding some mentors. So I started seeking out different mentors. Now, some of you, you may say that I don't have the money to hire a mentor. Do you got $19.95? Can you come up with $19.95 to at least go buy a book? Go buy a book. That's the first step to getting a mentor sometimes. So I found some mentors. And one of the mentors that I found was a man that many of you have heard of. And his name is Dave Ramsey. Has anybody ever heard of Dave Ramsey? All right. Dave taught me some things. Dave taught me how to get out of debt. He taught me how to do a debt snowball, how to have an emergency fund, which I've upgraded to a contingency plan because I don't bring emergencies into my life anymore. So now I don't have an emergency fund, I have a contingency plan. So he taught me all kinds of things. He taught me about systems and putting systems into place. And if you have the right systems, you'll be better off. Y'all know what a system is? Here it is. Come with me. A system will save you some time, energy, and money. So what does the system do? Save you some time, energy, and money. Dave was a great mentor for me. He taught me many things. He started getting me down the path. Then I got another mentor, a man by the name of Rabbi Daniel Lapin. Now, Rabbi Lapin says everyone needs a rabbi, whether you're Jewish or not. I'm not Jewish, and yet I do have a rabbi. Rabbi Lapin, he taught me in Dallas one time. My wife, Lviv, and I, we were down in Dallas, and Rabbi Lapin looked me in the eye. And he said, Tracy, if you've got some of these, the reason why you have them is because you've blessed one or more of God's children. And I thought, And then he put some qualifiers. He said, if you didn't get them illegal, immoral, or unethical, then the reason why you have them is because you've blessed one or more of God's children. And I was like, wow. And then he really looked me in the eye, and he got really close and speaking with a South American accent, which I can't pull off. Rabbi said, it is your obligation to create as many of these as possible. Because as your bank account grows higher and higher and bigger, you have more and more evidence that you are blessing God's people. I'm like, wow, all right, Rabbi, I'm going to make my bank account go up. And so that was good. Then I had another mentor that came into my life. Oftentimes I save Rabbi Lapin and I save King David for the wealth intensive, because that's when we really teach you how to manifest wealth into your life. But the number four, is King Solomon. Now, King Solomon has taught me many, many things, which I'm not going to teach you today. But I'm going to teach you just one. He said that money answereth all things. Money answereth all things. So if money can answer all things, now we're talking about the richest king that ever walked on the earth. He would be a trillionaire. Bill Gates and those folks would be cleaning his toilets. That's how rich he was. I mean, that's who he would have. And so I started thinking, well, if money can answer, then it has to be able to hear. So money has ears, and it can hear. And if y'all want to go on a really fun, exciting journey, y'all want to go on a big journey? All right, come on. All right, here it is. So because I now know that money has ears, when I talk to money, here's how I talk to it. I say, money, Ben Franklin, I like you, you're cool. I say, money, 432 West, 760 North, Santa Quinn, Utah, 84655, United States of America. Remember, money has ears? I want it to know where I live. And I'm going to tell some of you folks that sit in the church on Sunday or don't sit in the church, you may not have prayed in a long time, so even the angels might have forgot where you live. So it would be good for you to go out on your porch and tell them where you live so that the blessings know where to come. So I say 432 West, 760 North, Santa Quinn, Utah, 84655, United States of America. The reason why I say United States of America, because it may be coming from overseas. And I want it to know how to get to my house. So if y'all want to play a game with me, come on. Y'all stand up right now. Everybody stand up right now. And what we're going to do on 3, you are going to holler out your address as loud as you can so that money knows and blessings know where you live and where to come. And you're going to say, before we holler it out, why don't you say money? Money. You're welcome at my house. With you I serve people. And make the world a better place. All right, so y'all know our exercise. So here's our exercise. On 3, you're going to holler out your address as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. 432 West, 760 North, Santa Queen, Utah. 655, United States of America. Woo! Hey, do you believe the money actually heard you? All right, it did hear you, and it's going to start coming to your house. Y'all can sit down for a second. Wow. And then, a couple of years ago, I got introduced to another member of my board of directors. It was a man by the name of Chris Crone. Have y'all ever heard of Chris Crone? And Chris started teaching me something. See how Dave Ramsey's had taught me about having the right members. He was a good member of my board. He taught me about systems. Chris started teaching me about sequencing, putting things in the right order, doing things in the right way. Because ultimately, I want to be out of debt. But Chris taught me how to use other people's money, which is kind of cool. So he taught me how to put it in the right sequence. So from time to time, I have board meetings in my head. I hear voices. And you may hear some voices. Anybody else hear voices in their head? Feedback? All right. Now, that's what we call a not safe question, so I'm not going to really ask that. So, from time to time, if you'll come with me to a board meeting, here's the board meeting. I've got some of the members of my board sitting around. And at this particular board meeting, my goal and objective was to be able to buy another real estate property. So I'm figuring out how I'm going to finance this, and I've gathered my board together, and immediately, we have somebody. Immediately, we have an individual that gets recognized. And the chair, because remember, I'm the chairman of the board. I'm the chairman. So the chair recognizes Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey stands up and says, Tracy, I've been teaching you a lot of things. Remember how I helped you get out of debt and do all of that? Debt is evil. Debt is bad. Don't do it. And then to my side, over on the other side of the room, a fella jumps up, and he's just like, whoa, 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 whoa. And this man's Chris Crone. So I've got Chris Crone running around. Dave Ramsey's running around in my head. He steps up and he says, no, man, you could use other people's money. Use the bank's money and do it. And so all of a sudden, both of them jump up. And they start getting in this argument. And it's getting louder and louder and louder. And finally, I can't take it anymore. And I just say, stop! You sit down and shut up. And you sit down and shut up. I just sat down 2 multimillionaires. I just put them down on the... And I said, I'm the chairman of the board. You serve at my will and pleasure. So look at yourself. Put your hands out. Actually, y'all stand up one more time. Y'all stand up one more time. Put your hands out, and then you're going to bring them right back into you and point at yourself with both hands, and you're going to say, I am the chairman of the board. So come with it. Who's the chairman? I am the chairman of the board. Give yourself a big hand and sit down. If you know that you are the chairman of the board, it is going to change your world. Because now you know who's in charge. Because you may have a 3-year-old running your finances. You may have a 7-year-old running your relationships. And then you wonder why you got problems. So when we realize that the adult me is the one that's going to run the show, then it makes it easier. Would it be helpful if you knew how to know who's on your board? Would that be helpful? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have you, if you got something to write with, you're going to pull out a piece of paper or your electronic devices, and you're going to write down the top 5 influencers, the top 5 people that influence you. Now, these individuals can be good or otherwise. They are the top 5 people that you know are affecting your life. The top 5 voices that you hear in your mind. And once you've got one or two, if someone wants to share, then raise your hand. If you've got some that you want to share with everybody, raise your hand. All right. We've got a lady over here, a couple of ladies, and we are going to find out some of your, so tell us who you are.
I'm Karen.
Hey, Karen.
Thank you. My dad is the first one who comes to mind. I signed up for the Inner Circle in real estate yesterday, and last night I had such turmoil because I'm an oracle. I had to analyze. But my dad lost a lot of money for signing up for awesome programs and Pyramid, and he's number 1 on my board because I never want to be like that and put my family through what we experienced from his decisions.
Okay, so how do you think that your dad can serve you now, right in this moment? Is he a good member to have on your board in financial decisions?
As a non-example.
Oh, as a non-example. So what she's just given us is she's just given us the second area that we're going to look at. Thank you. Give her a big hand. So the second area that we're about to go in, stand up, tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Julie Lefevre.
Hey, Julie.
Hey. My people that are on my board are Heavenly Father. He's first.
Okay, so she's got her source, her divine source, something much bigger than us. All right.
I got 3 of them, Jesus Christ and the Holy Ghost.
All right, she ain't playing around. She's got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. All right.
I'm my first 3.
That's powerful. And who else?
Well, then of course there's some other people on there that, well, my mom and my dad.
Your mom and your dad. Are those good people to have on your board?
Sometimes.
They
Sometimes
could be.
not.
All right. Give it up for Julie. Okay.
Okay. The first 3 help me because they are my most powerful influence and they can help me know who needs to be there on the board.
All right, so it sounds like she's got 3 standing members of our board that are important. Now, here's the next thing that I would like you to do. I invite you to do. Write down 3 people that you would love to have on your board right now. You know what? In all of this teaching, in all of being around, there is an individual that I did not mentally put on my board that is now on my board. See, Ed Hoyt is a man that's had influence over me. And now, Ed, just know you're on my board. So having the top 3 people that you would love to have on your board. Anybody want to share who that they would love to have on their board? All right, I'm gonna jump there, but I just have to. Kelly Call is back here. Y'all give it up for Kelly real quick. All right, now Kelly, share. I just want you to tell who is one of the main people on your board.
Yeah, Jean-Luc Picard.
Kelly's got Jean-Luc Picard on his board. Now, why do you have Captain Picard?
Because he's an emotional master.
All right, he's an emotional master.
He's a strong leader. He is emotional, but he is a master of his emotions. Doesn't get in the way of his leadership.
All right.
Strong man.
All right. Give it up for Kelly. All right. So can you have people on your board that are not real people? Wow, that's kind of cool. So you can have anybody on your board, because where do the board meetings take place? In my head. All right, stand up, tell us who you are.
I'm Grace.
Hey, Grace.
Helen Keller was the first one that came to mind.
Helen Keller. All right. And why would you like to have Helen Keller on your board?
She's one of my biggest heroes. Her story, if you haven't heard of her, that's really sad. But she went blind and deaf and mute at age 1, and she went on to write over 14 books, including her own autobiography, and learned to speak and communicate with the world in a most beautiful way. And she's just unstoppable, and I want to be that way too.
So you want to be unstoppable. Could y'all give it up for the unstoppable Grace? All right. Is there anybody that knows of people that are on your board that maybe shouldn't be on your board? Do you want to share? All right. Stand up and tell us your name.
I'm Judy.
Hey, Judy.
I'm
going to hold it for you.
Okay. So 4 of my 5 are broke, and one of them is my very critical ex-boss, who does not say very nice things to me.
So is the boss still on in your brain? Do you hear?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. So we could actually have people that aren't serving us that are still influencing our mind at this very second. So does it serve you to have your boss on?
No, it doesn't at all.
So
I'm booting him right now. I'm booting him. He's off now.
All right. So we're going to boot the boss off. All right, y'all get up for Julie. Okay. Is there somebody? One more share. I'm gonna do one more. Right back there. Yes, stand up, tell us your name.
Hey, I'm Susie.
Hey, Susie.
That never gets old. For me, it's actually my father.
Oh, hold on, Susie. Your father? Do you love your father?
I love him deeply.
Okay, do we love our parents? And did our parents do the best that they could do? Yes, they did. Could there be a time when they don't serve us anymore?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So tell us why you think that you're going to let him go from the board.
Because I know he loves me, but he can be manipulative and passive aggressive, and I need to not welcome that into my head.
Okay. All right. Give it up for Susie. So what we're seeing that we could have members on our board that are no longer serving us. And something that you may choose to do is write them a letter. Just write them a letter and tell them, thank you for your service. You're no longer needed on the board. This is not a letter that you're ever going to send. President Lincoln, after he passed, they found in his desk drawer hundreds of letters that he had written to his generals and other people that he never sent. There's power in writing the letter, and in love, dismiss them from your board. Tell them, thank you so much for your service, but you're no longer needed on the board. We're moving on. And then you may want to shred it or burn it, but you're not going to send it. So I want to really quick, fast, and in a hurry. There is one individual that I need to have come up on this stage. This is a person that doesn't know or has a hard time accepting that they are the chairman of the board. Please, would you be willing to come up? All right, as you're coming up, tell us your name.
Corinne.
Hey, Corinne. Okay, Corinne, we're gonna come up here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you. You're gonna hold on to that microphone. Corinne, can you share with us some of the members that are currently on your board?
My older sister Annette is on the board.
Your older sister?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
My younger sister Nicole and her husband Paul are both on the board.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, so many people are on my board. And the bad ones always show up to the meetings.
Oh, in the
they have perfect attendance.
So the bad members of my board always show up. What we're going to do real quick is, if you'll allow, I'm going to put the limitless sword around your waist. Yeah. Can y'all give her a big hand?
I'm a sword!
All right.
Whoa, it's a sword.
All right, the reason why we're putting this on is because those individuals that always show up at the meetings, sometimes they can be distracting. And one of the reasons why they're distracting is because you don't know who the chairman is. So who's the chairman of the board? I am the chairman of the board. But you need to let them know, because there's this big board, and they think that they're running the show because they have been for so many years. And so now you're going to just look at them and say, I am the chairman of the board. I am the chairman of the board. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have her draw out the sword. Now there is power in drawing out this sword. Now this is a real sword. It's for real. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you draw out the sword. But I'm going to show you how first. Are you okay?
Yeah,
okay.
That'd be awesome.
So here we go. Now a true warrior can draw out the sword and strike at the same time. So I actually drew out the sword and struck. And because I'm a certain kind of warrior, then I see a certain symbol when I put up my sword to my face. So we're gonna draw it out. I'm gonna have you draw back out the sword with power and power and power. And as you draw out the sword, draw it out, pull it all the way out, and hold the sword up. And you're gonna make a declaration. You are going to state that I am the chairman of the board. But if you don't believe her, then you're going to sit on your hands, and you're not going to make any emotion or expression. So here we go.
I am the chairman of the board.
Do y'all believe her? They don't believe you yet. So holler it out so that all of the universe, so that it can reverberate to the ends of time and everywhere. Let everybody know.
I am the chairman of the board.
Wow. All right, y'all give it up for the chairman of the board. And we're going to let you put that sword back in the scabbard there, put it back in. And I'm actually going to let you wear that for just a little while. And we're going to, yes, you get to wear that around till we go to lunch. But just know that if you know who the chairman of the board is, that your life is changing forever. Because now you can make that list longer and longer. And you can see who serves you and who needs to be dismissed. And once you get to the place where you have dismissed the people that are no longer serving you, then you're going to get to move from mixed results to masterful results. Give it up for this goddess warrior, and thank you so much. And now I believe that it is my opportunity to welcome to the stage, without any further ado, one of my great mentors and a man that I've been able to preach with, to teach with, and speak with all over the country, my main man, Stephen Michael Miller!
All right, thank you, Tracy. One big round of applause for Tracy once again. Awesome work. All right, I know we have some individuals that have signed up for Pathfinder sessions. If you have not had an opportunity to take advantage of that and get your Pathfinder session, please go to the back table and make sure that you reschedule that. We know that sometimes things get in the way, and you don't want to leave the room because awesome things are happening, and make sure you go back there and get that taken care of. So, with that, if you would help me welcome up our next speaker. This is a man that you've heard from, one of my great friends. Met him in Berlin, Germany. Please get on your feet and put your hands together for Chris Crone.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. All right. Before we head to lunch, we get to have a conversation about influence. About what? Why is this an important conversation here at Limitless? We're influencing people everywhere we go, everyone that we're around. Why else? We're also influenced by those we surround ourselves with. What else? We influence others. We want to influence ourselves. Y'all want to be the chairman of the board? Absolutely. And I'm going to submit something a little different. Years ago, I remember coming across this DVD called The Secrets. Has anyone ever seen this video? All right. For those of you that didn't, this was a really great introduction to the concept of the law of attraction. And it would be easy to watch this really great production and think that all you got to do is sit at home and meditate on what you want and it will magically appear. But there would be some things missing in your life if that's all you did. What's missing? Work. People, resources, fulfillment, connection. Thank you. Taking what? Taking what? Here's the deal. I love how Gerald presented the different personality types, and know that there's probably only a tenth of this room that represents that warrior energy. Do you guys know what my dominant persona is? How many of you have seen that I possess all of them? Like you. I look at all of them as strengths. And I also look at times how they can also be, these can show up in counterfeit ways, right? For example, an oracle. Is it possible for them to build up walls and disconnect from people when they're only seeing data and facts? Yeah. Would you consider that a strength? No. I wouldn't either. I consider that a weakness. And yet, what do I love about oracles? I love this ability to take in information and see the sequences and to validate and analyze and to understand the choices I'm making. What a gift it can be, and yet, as a counterfeit, it can also be a curse. Do not think for that any given moment that if 80% of this room represents healer, that is who you are. You possess all of these abilities because we all have the ability to be divergent. That's a joke and it didn't work. All right, it's this idea that we can actually possess all of these and that we can also be at choice. What I want to do is I want to talk about influence and I want to talk about taking action, because how many of you are here because you need results to shift in your life? Good, I'm seeing all the hands nearly up on that one, and that means, and which of the personas is about taking action? It's about the warrior. Everyone just put your hand on your heart and say, I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. Yeah, let's talk about how and where this can serve you. In life, going back to something I shared yesterday morning. Fine. All right. Where was I? Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you. Yesterday, I was sharing this idea that said from one of my mentors, who actually is here in this audience with us. And I'll never forget, he was sitting down face to face with me, and I was having one of these moments where I wasn't being very teachable. And he could see that. And he was sitting with his face, it seemed like right there. He's right in my face. And I pay this man a significant amount of money to teach me and to influence me and to train me. And I'll never forget this moment where it felt like even a little bit of indignation because I was being stubborn and I wasn't getting it, that he said, Chris, the most dangerous information to you is what you don't know. How many of you are learning new things in this seminar? Yeah. I'm going to share with you that the only way you're ever going to get where you want to go in life is if you step into what you don't know. And here's the tragedy, is that all too often we don't even know that we don't know. Like, how crazy is that? I could sit down in a one-on-one conversation with each and every one of you and put myself in your shoes and find out who are you and what do you want with your life and what's missing. And then lay out a game plan, lay out a path. Now, that's me exerting my influence, and the reality is this: I don't know if the path that I'm suggesting is right for you. Who can know that? Only you can know that. What do I want from you out of this event? Well, let's talk about how we take action in life. Ultimately, we've got to enroll ourselves on our correct path, and then we get to enroll others to join us in our journey so that our dreams get to come true, so we all get to be master enrollers. Master what? And in this conversation, sometimes enrollment, the most similar thing I can come up with is this conversation of sales. How many of you have ever felt that awkward pressure of someone trying to sell you something? Every single one of us here. And based on that awkward pressure, we sometimes walk away with a limiting belief that says what? I can't do it. I don't like to be sold. Sales is bad. How many of you actually hate that sales conversation period? Yeah, it can be really uncomfortable, and yet here's the tragedy. It is a necessary requirement for you to do anything in life. I'm talking about something simple like, I want to enroll my wife into going into a movie that I want to watch. Is there a sale taking place? Yes. I want something and I would like something out of this woman that I love, right? Every single one of us is in this game of influence. Every single one of us is in the game of sales. Dale Carnegie, he wrote this book. What's it titled? How to Lose Friends and Create Enemies. Yeah, let me share with you a good way to do that. You do your influence from a space of what we call agenda. Agenda. Agenda ultimately comes from an energy of control. It comes from an energy that says, I know what's best for you. How many of you ever been in a sales conversation where someone thought they knew what was best for you, and that produced that awkward, it's like, man, there's no space for me to be at choice with what I want to do because I feel like you're telling me you know what's best for me. And it's not a comfortable feeling. So with agenda, there's this game of control that is going on, and control is rooted in love or fear. It's rooted in this game of fear. And ultimately, it could be best captioned with, I know best. Question, can I know what's best for you? How about you? How about you? How about you? No. Can I know what's best for anyone in this room? Only myself. How cool would it be to have a sales conversation with someone that actually didn't believe they knew it was best for you, but simply wanted to offer you an invitation of learning something? What's different in the energy of invitation? Yes. In invitation, we step into choice. And it's one that says, whether you buy my product or not, either way, I choose to. Yeah, I step into this amazing place of love. And it can be best captioned with, you know best. and I'll make an invitation, and let's see if it's a fit for you. So now we're starting to get really clear boundaries. In life, you all want something. You got a dream. How many of you want to see your dream come about? Okay, guess what? Big dreams require lots of people. Little dreams require little people, but all dreams require people. They require money. They require time. They require effort. How many of you would like to be more successful at achieving your dreams sooner? Then you're going to have to step into this game of invitation. And there are different ways to make an invitation. Hey, Luke, I'm not your father. I was wondering if maybe possibly, you don't have to. You don't probably even want to. Maybe we could, we could go to a movie together. It was an invitation. How do you feel about that invitation, Josh? Luke. Luke, listen up. I'm your daddy and I know what is best for you. You get to go to that movie with me now. How does that invitation feel? It feels forced. It feels control. It says, I know what's best for you. It says, I'm not your daddy either. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your father. But I'm your friend. All right. And here's this other opportunity. If I don't want to show up in weakness and I don't want to show up in control, what's my other alternative? Confidence, kindness, love, excitement, understanding. I want to make an invitation that represents a full measure of who I am because I get to honor me. I know I can't control you, and I know I don't know what's best for you, but what I can control is who. So I can show up as the best possible version of who? Yeah, try this one out. Luke, have you been enjoying this event?
Incredibly.
Awesome. I totally appreciate you being here on the front row, signing up for VIP, being here at the early morning sessions. Has that been valuable for you?
More than I can say.
Dude, and I've even seen you on the stage, so I know you're showing up 100%. Here's my invitation for you. Our company, Limitless, we offer some amazing products and mentoring to help people get where they want to go. Here's the reality. I don't know if they're for you or not, but I would love for you to go and actually sit down with one of our Pathfinders and just explore what's out there. And if any of them resonate with you, they're going to invite you to take the next step with us so that we can play bigger together. Is that something you're open to? Heck yeah, high five, awesome, okay? What did you notice about that invitation? It was optional, it was open and honest, what else? It was personal, it was a conversation, it was comfortable. Now, by the way, let's not mistake anything. Am I selling right now? Is there an intention that I have? And that's the difference. Instead of coercion, there's this intention. This intention is really simple. Out of this entire group here, we put on this 3-day event, and there are 2 things that I'm looking for. How many? The first one is, I want to give all of you as much value as I possibly can. Something you may not know, but on the other side of this wall, there's a lineup of cots. And just before getting up here, you know what I was doing? I was taking a little cat nap. You know why I was doing that? Because I know that I've got this space of time right now, and I want to deliver as much value as I possibly can. And when these 3 days are done, me and my team, I hope we have spent every single thing we got to create as much value for you as possible. Whether we ever see you again, whether you take a next step, whether you come to our next event, whether you sign up for any of our programs, we want to give you as much value as we possibly can. And how many of you can sense that we're not holding anything back? Right? Friends, this isn't a marketing event. This isn't we'd love to give you the next step, but you have to take the next step if you want it. No, for 3 days, we're going to give you all we can. So that's the first intention, is to give you everything we can. And I think there's a lesson in that for every one of us. It's to live life to the fullest and give the value. And there's a second intention. One of my greatest life passions in living my purpose is to surround myself with people that want to go to the top of the mountain. We got millionaires to create in this room. We've got people that want to set up amazing charities on the other side of the planet. We've got people that want to learn to live life at the fullest. We've got people that have had a dream and it's died and they've been rekindling it and they want to live it. We got connections to establish. We get to have people come and step into this amazing community that we've built, our inner circle community, our mentor maker community, and our other ones. And I know that there's a handful of you here that we get to take that next step with. And I get to spend way more time with me and these other amazing leaders sharing with you what we know about manifesting, and then giving you an amazing community of accountability and helping you step into it. And you know what? I definitely know this. It's not for everyone, because the gloves come off in those programs. We're here to honor you and love you, and we're here to challenge you to your maximum. And there's a reason why people in those communities create amazing, miraculous results in their life. And that's because that's a place where we do not hold back from everything that we know. We're going to spend all that time and all that effort. So I know it's not for everyone. Not everyone is ready to make this their great year of transformation. There's a timing and there's a sequence for everyone. Just curious, how many of you think that a time could be right in your life to experience an amazing year of transformation like that inside our inner circle? Yeah, and you know, there's a time that may ultimately end up being right for some of you, and maybe those times really get to line up where we get to play in these really deep, powerful, connective, and significant ways. But whether you are just here to get all the value that you can here and we never see you again and we create these meaningful memories, or whether we get to go on and play in these really deep, powerful, ongoing ways, I'm okay either way. I love you either way. I've got to drop my agenda that says I know who I want or when I want or what that looks like, because I respect you and I love you. And I know this because I used to play it the other way around. I know what it feels like to manipulate people. I know what it feels like to coerce or to want to persuade or to want to put someone in a corner and hopefully have them choose in. I've tried both ways. And there's one that feels wonderful, and there's one that leaves body bags. I'm committed to a life of passion, and that means that I've got to be committed to you owning 100% of your own agency, whatever that looks like. So with this information, let's go on a journey together. Who is willing to give me permission to facilitate right now? Do I have permission to rub some of you the wrong way even potentially? Oh, you guys are so good. Awesome. Okay, great. Here's what I'd like to do. We're talking about influence, and I would love to give someone in this audience an opportunity to exert some influence over an amazing audience. And let me share with you what I'm looking for. Specifically for this to be a powerful example, I'm looking for somebody that has a business and has a product and would love for this product to be their main source of income, but they're struggling. In fact, they are out there trying to do their business, but they're often feeling rejection. They're out there trying to do their business, and it's difficult to face the reality when people don't want to say yes to their product, and they feel like they're getting way too many no's, and they're not having the results, and they're not having the success that they want. And it feels for them, I mean, you're in a place where you just feel really disempowered. So I'm going to have this wonderful woman stand up and come join me on the stage. Everyone give her a huge round of applause. Way to be brave. Why don't you tell everybody your name? Oh, you better face them. Excellent, wonderful. Now, just real quick, you did put your hand up, yes?
Yes.
Oh, good, awesome. Okay, what's your name?
I'm Elizabeth.
All right, and I'm going to tell you right now, just by the way Elizabeth is showing up, she totally deserves to get like 100% of the energy that we can offer her. And I promise you this, there is lessons for all of us in this. So one more time, what's your name?
Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth! All right, awesome. You guys did. Just still hearing her name. It's like Tracy said, it's echoing through the halls of eternity. All right, awesome. I like your lock right here. It's very cool. All right. Sorry, that's my visionary. Focus. All right. So, did you guys know we had a spontaneous like food fight with like a frosted cake the other night? My designer jacket it looks kind of Smurfy right now, with a side of green and yellow. Oh, it was so much fun. I do Limitless because it really helps bring out my visionary. Right now, we get to help bring out your warrior. Okay. Okay, now face them, not me. Turn your body. Very good. Awesome. Okay, you have a product. What is your product?
I sell Cutco, but
Okay.
I'm also a massage therapist.
Mm.
So I'm trying to build a clientele.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to give you an opportunity that people in business pay lots of money for. Yeah, I'll teach her. Watch this. This is rock star right here. Hold it right. Yeah, like it. Yep, that's right. So it's just under your nose so you can still see everybody. But if you hold it like this, it's way better than like this. I'm going to give her an opportunity. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually, Carson, I'm going to give her 2 minutes of 2 minutes on the clock. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to give you an opportunity people in business would pay an arm and a leg for. I'm going to give you an audience of a couple hundred people, and I'm going to give you 2 minutes to actually sell Cutco or massage. It's your choice, because every business owner, this is a moment that they should be ready for. And here's the objective.
Okay.
Get a credit card. Go.
Hey everybody, how are you doing today? Awesome. How many of you cook? Let's see a raise of hands. All of you, awesome. So, yeah. So, how many of you suffer with terrible knives? No, like seriously, like you're cutting your food and it's like super dull, and you hate cooking because like it's miserable. How many of you feel that way ever? Show of hands. Okay. So, what if I could show you a product that is absolutely amazing, because what if I could show you a product that would blow your mind, because it is sharp, it's guaranteed for absolutely ever, so forever, people. You're never going to have to buy another set ever again. How many of you would buy something like that? Raise your hands. Okay. Yeah, so what I show is Cutco knives, and if you had the opportunity to have knives like these, how many of you would pay for them? Yeah? Okay, so okay. Okay, so how many? Okay, so I'm going to pass out my business.
Take a deep breath. Give her a big round of applause. Look how brave you were. Look how incredibly brave. Okay, just quick, come on. I'll get your spirit, okay? You're not fainting. You stay right here. All right, have a seat. I just hope we didn't traumatize you right there, okay? All right, so first of all, one more round of applause for this exceptionally brave woman. High five. Way to go. All right. Let's give her some positive feedback. What are some of the things that you did where you're thinking, wow, that was really, how did she do? Real loud. She did ask enrolling questions. Have you been to Mentor Maker? Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Give her a round of applause on that one. Super awesome.
Your body language shifted. When you went up on stage, it was here. The second you started advertising your product, you opened up and were more square towards the audience. So,
awesome. Totally agree. Super positive.
She actually stated the benefits. Yeah, and so how it's going to benefit you as a person.
She engaged us, and she actually got a lot of us to say, to answer some questions and raise our hands, and yes, we do like to cook. Awesome.
That's what I was going to say, is that you modeled for us to raise our hands when you asked the enrolling questions.
Awesome.
I like how you just were very, like, you would connect with them and say, hey, how many of you relate to this kind of thing? So you actually know what the product is for, and we're actually quite specific about it.
You kept going. You didn't, when things got tough and you got nervous, you paused, you grounded, and you kept going.
Awesome.
I really loved the authenticity that you came at it with. The benefits, I believe that you love that product.
Awesome. All right. So one more round of applause. That's helpful, right? So it's helpful to actually do a presentation and learn some things, because this has nothing to do with Cutco knives. And people may be buying a product from you, but how many of you know that while some people buy products, some people are really more interested in who they buy the products from? Yeah, so which means that you're an even more important part of the equation than even the product itself. Because at some point, if we're just standing behind the product and it's just little old me, how successful are we going to be? We're gonna struggle. So this is an opportunity for you. So now what we're gonna do is we're also gonna give some feedback on what are some things they noticed that you could consider doing a little bit different next time in your business, okay? So let's get some feedback there. What are some things that we noticed?
Taking out the ums when she speaks and being more confident in how she's presenting.
All right, so know your presentation material, because, by the way, in business, it's awesome if I can sit down one-on-one for 45 minutes and show how this knife cuts through leather and the scissors cut through a penny. But the question is, when I just have 2 minutes, how many of you know that 2 minutes is an amazing amount of time to actually exert amazing influence? In fact, 2 minutes on this entire audience is how many hours? You're conducting hours in 2 minutes with the power of leverage. So make sure you know your material. And I do want to say, you had 2 business options. And the moment I said go, you selected one and you ran with it.
Wow, you're amazing, Elizabeth. Just remember, the words you say aren't really that important as the vision you have, because your value, you're absolutely worth it. So just picture your value going out to bless all of us. And that's what we're going to pick up on. And people will come to you in droves. So anyway, good job.
Yeah, beautiful. The way people feel is more important than even the words, because the question is, how much of the sales pitch are we really going to remember an hour later or 3 days later? No, usually beyond that, we actually remember the way we felt, and feeling is such a powerful driver. And make no mistake that in anything we do, passion and emotion, it's great when things logically make sense, but at the end of the day, passion is what keeps us in the right game. It's what keeps us persistent and enduring. So how a person feels is a huge element.
The one thing I noticed is it seemed like you kind of had the goal at the beginning, but then you kind of lost focus of what the goal is and got distracted with all the people that were in the room. So staying focused on what your the objective is, what the end result is you want.
Yeah, really great feedback. Let's just get a couple of more. I'm hoping one of you has your hand raised about the objective of the exercise.
Well, I feel like when you first started, you were willing to sell yourself, but as you went on, you lost that value of who you were, and in essence lost the value of what you were trying to sell. You weren't selling yourself, and so because of that, you didn't end up with any money or any credit card or anything.
Yeah, I think there's validity to that, because at some point it seemed like you're trying to listen and figure out from the audience. They were trying to direct you on what you could do next with your time, and they were trying to give you advice. And that role got swapped from you being in charge of your presentation that you control and own, and that shifted to the audience.
Okay, first, I am so proud of you for getting up there and being so brave. I know how hard that probably was for you, because I understand. I've been here before. Not here at Limitless, but I've been in your place before, and it's scary. Second off, do not take what we say as hating you, because we're saying this because we love you and we want to help you grow and become better. First thing, you have to believe in yourself. If you're going to be up there, you have to know that you can do it. It doesn't matter the product. It matters that you know, because that's what we're wanting to hear. Like they said before, we're here for you. We're not here for your product. And so remember that. Remember that no matter what, you have to believe in yourself before we are ready to believe in what you are selling and you yourself.
Beautiful, incredible comments. Now, the objective of this part of the presentation was for her to what? It was for her to ask for a credit card. And we never quite got to that point, did we? And listen, I put her on the spot, and the idea is, how do I really strategize and create a presentation inside of 2 minutes, actually get to the point? And how would you do that? And I'm going to let you know that you did a wonderful job. What are some of the things that you're learning about yourself?
I need to believe in myself more and have more faith in myself.
Okay, so I'm going to have you hold it like this. Say it one more time so I can hear you.
I need to believe in myself and have more faith in myself.
Yeah. And I want to ask you this. Is this representing these products, you with massage and you with Cutco, is this just a hobby for fun, or would it be meaningful for you to actually produce results with it?
I want to produce results with it, especially with massage therapy. Right now I'm just trying to build a clientele, but I can't actually officially work because of the licensure department. Paperwork got messed up and I got to fix that. But
Okay. So I'm going to invite you to stand up here. Now we're just going to do a little brief breakthrough on this, okay? Close your eyes, take a deep breath, hold that microphone by your mouth. First memory that comes up for you when you have this thought, I don't believe in myself to represent these products.
I don't see anything. It's just dark.
It's okay. So I'm just going to invite you to ground yourself, take a deep breath. Really deep breath, really couple of deep breaths there. Allow yourself to trust that you are a strongly intuitive woman. And the memory that comes up may not even make any sense. I'm just going to try again here. This idea that I don't believe in myself. First memory that comes to mind without judging it.
I was I grew up very sheltered, and so I was a very naive child, tween. You want me to go into detail of the memory?
Well, this is the neat part about Limitless, is that that's what I would invite you to do if you're comfortable.
So, I was 12 and I was out playing with I was actually 11, I think. I was out playing with my friend. Yeah, I was 11. And he, like I said, I was very sheltered. And I had always thought that my biological father was the same as all my siblings. But, he'd passed away long before I was born, and I'd never connected the dots. And he just out and said, he's like, oh yeah, your dad's different than everybody else's. And I was like, no, he's not, you're lying. And so I went home, and I was scared to ask my mom. So I asked 2 of my older sisters, and they hemmed and hawed and kind of said yeah, but I didn't want to believe it. So I stewed over that for like 2 weeks to a month before I actually confronted my mom about it. And then I did, and she confirmed it, and I don't know, it's kind of weird that my biological father was different. And I just kind of felt like my entire life was a lie.
And beyond feeling like your entire life was a lie, what did you decide about you?
That I had no worth. Because I felt like if it hadn't been for me, then maybe my daddy would have been still alive. Which is completely illogical, but...
Well, and 12-year-olds are really powerful. We know this. And if we put a 12-year-old on the board of directors that says, I have no worth, and my dad would still be alive if it weren't for me, 12-year-old is powerful enough to believe that. The faith of a child is a very powerful thing. I want to ask you, is it true?
You know the first word that comes to mind? Yes.
Of course. Go ahead and open your eyes. So if we believe and do the wrong thing long enough, in time it will begin to feel right. Still doesn't make it true. I want to ask this question though. Does it serve you to question your worth?
No.
Does it serve you to believe that you're responsible for your father not being here?
No.
Yeah, imagine how much guilt and the burden that would come with believing that you essentially took the life of a very important person that you love. That's a lot to carry. And for just a moment, look at this. Do you really think that you can be successful offering your gifts to the world if you don't believe in your own value?
Probably not.
No probably about it. There's no way. It'll lead you to a place so small in life. Do you have any other results today that seem to reflect this idea that I don't see the worth and value in me?
Today? In what aspect? Like here?
Just in life today, what are some of the results that show up with this idea that I don't believe in my self-worth?
I couldn't find the beauty in myself when we were doing the mirror thing. Yeah. I couldn't find any worth there.
All right. Well, we're pretty clear that this isn't serving you, right? Would you like to spend the next several decades of your life believing that you have no worth?
No.
Would you like to have pathetic sales attempts that don't go anywhere?
No.
No, and would you like to carry burdens that aren't yours to carry?
No.
No, so you have an opportunity right now to actually empty the rocks from the backpack and lighten yourself up and feel free to live life the way you are meant to.
Okay.
So we're going to need some new beliefs. We got to trade out some of these old ones. This idea that I have no worth, that's got to go. That's my suggestion. I'm going to... and I would love to just get from you in the audience here some suggestions. What would be a great replacement for her to try on with this idea of I have no worth? I am a blessing. I am precious. I have value. I believe in me. I'm a professional. I'm divine. I am God's magnificent creation. Infinite worth. I've got a really attractive smile. I think he's got a crush on you. But I agree with him. Don't you all agree? She has a really attractive smile. All right. All right. A lot of options. What resonates with you?
I'm a precious daughter of God.
Yeah. That's beautiful. And let's just really get clear about something. Let's get clear on your value. Because worthless is to diminish from the truth. It's this idea that says I could be bought as a slave for a certain price, and my value is less than many other people's. Is that true?
No.
Totally not true. In fact, what is the value? Can we really put a number to the value?
I'm priceless.
You are priceless. Just for a moment, if you're priceless and if I'm priceless, then who's more valuable?
Neither.
But we are both the richest people on the planet. And that's true for every one of us here. We're all different. We all have strengths and weaknesses. There's things that we've bungled up pretty good, and there's other things that we're doing brilliant in our life. We're all just trying to figure it out. And we have our bright moments, and then we have our learning moments. And this is a beautiful opportunity for you to step into the truth. Align with this idea that you are priceless. And that you are a divine daughter of God. Those are two beautiful new beliefs. How do they feel?
I don't know.
Well, friends, when we're ready to make a new choice and we have very little experience with it, the old one feels really comfortable. How many of you recognize that? It's way easier to believe what's been, but I'll tell you this, if you want to manifest something you never have before, then it's going to require you to believe in a way you've never believed before, and it's going to require you to believe in things that you've never believed before. So do you want new results in your life?
Yes.
Are you ready to believe new?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to ask you this question for this.
Okay.
And then we're going to play and have some fun. My version of fun. All right.
A little bit nervous there.
I wouldn't be nervous. It's more of a gift for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there someone that you would love to receive this message from? Someone that you would trust and believe if they were to tell you that you are priceless?
Well, lots of names flick through the mind, but probably my mom.
Okay, close your
Which
eyes.
is funny
Yeah.
because, you know, she's always been the one who's always been there for me. And she's always shown me love, but I still can't help but feel I stole her happiness.
That's another one that you get to resolve right now, too. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, get open body position, put your hand down at your side, your other one right there. Yeah. Just take a deep breath. And we get to go into this with some encouragement. Can we get some love from the audience for this incredible woman? You're safe and supported. So I'm going to invite you to go back to this conversation with your mother. For the last 2 to 4 weeks, you've been having these feelings about your father. And your sister's hum and hawed. And right now, at this point, what you really want is you want to know the truth. As you sit down with your mother, you sit down with her as her highest and best self. A mother that loves you and stands by you. A mother from which you can rob no happiness. And with love in her eyes as she sees you, what words does she have for you?
I love you, Elizabeth. You are not a mistake. And I would have gone through what I went through 1,000,000 times for you. Because I love you. You're my precious little girl.
These words. You are priceless, precious, and a divine daughter of God. I want to invite you to feel the presence of your Father. And what message would he have for you about your value?
I would say thank you for going and being with Mama when he couldn't be. Thank you for being willing to do that for him when he could not.
Just breathe that in. Speak these words. I am priceless.
I am priceless.
I am precious.
I am precious.
I love my life.
I love my
I belong here.
I belong here.
I'm supposed to be here.
I'm supposed to be here.
And I show up with love.
And I show up with love.
And I show up in my power.
And I show up in my power.
Because I belong.
Because I belong.
Now, in a moment, I'm going to have you open your eyes. And when you do, the audience is going to receive you with the most amazing round of applause, because right now what I'm going to invite you to do is to summon the energy inside that will allow you to move forward boldly in your life. And this is the energy of, yes, the healer, and also the warrior. I want to invite you right now to feel yourself rising in strength and rising in might. Feel your strength, feel your posture, everything becoming strong and firm, standing tall. You're standing before this amazing audience. You stand before your mother, father, and yourself. It is your opportunity to claim your spot on this earth, and it is your opportunity to declare who you are. It is time for you to let us know the value that you have, because only you can determine the value that is inside of you, regardless of whatever you believe the truth. But today you align with the truth that you are priceless. And in a moment, when I ask you to open your eyes, I'm going to invite you to declare boldly, as a warrior with love, who you are. Are you ready?
I don't feel like it, but give me a moment.
Take a minute. Only you can do this. Now, as you see this in your mind, I'm going to invite you to see yourself declaring this as great as you possibly can. I'm going to invite you to step into this as powerfully as you possibly can. And when you do this, and when you make this declaration, make it with every ounce of your spirit and who you are. Are you ready to be seen and to see?
Yes.
Feel that strength coursing through your body. These are words that only you can speak. Open your eyes. Tell us who you are.
I am a priceless, precious daughter of God.
I have a message for you. The greatness that I see in you is that the world needs you and your gifts. We need you when you can to stand in your power and to show up with the passion that only you can have for your life. Our lives were better when you are in that power and when you represent yourself and when you recognize and represent yourself as one who knows that you are priceless. Everyone go ahead and give it up for this wonderful woman. Now, come here. Come here. You have a seat right there. All right, I'm just going to have you take a seat right there. You're going to need this. And what's going to magically happen in the next couple minutes is many people in the audience are actually come and join me on stage for a dance party. And I need your help to collect in this basket some credit cards. They gave me permission to facilitate, and I'm going to be true with my invitation to who I am. I get that, don't I? All right, so, and I want to invite you just to soak in not only what it is to step into influence and whatever people choose, whatever choice they make, however they show up, this is simply an opportunity to soak in what it is to fully represent yourself. That's what I would like to try and emulate for you. I'm going to try and do it all from this side right here, okay? So you're going to know when it's time to step forward and help me collect these bad boys. You ready? All right. Friends, it's time to join your tribe. It's time to join with us. It's time to stand with Limitless and share a message that changes the world. I know it's not going to be for everyone, but just by show of hands, how many of you have received value by being here these last 3 days with us? How many of your lives have been improved and better? And how many of you know that you're going to take it into your real world and improve lives around you everywhere? How many of you are excited about that? Then I have an invitation for you. We have a series of 5 different events. How many? These events can be purchased today for as little as $69 for 3 days of transformation. You can join our tribe for $99. You might be joining some of our higher level programs. Here's my invitation. If you feel that it resonates to participate in any way with Limitless, if you intend to go to any next event, if you intend to participate in any way, shape, or form, my invitation for you is to right now stand up with me, take your credit card as a token of commitment, help my good friend up here, Eliza, collect these, and join us on the stage with your commitment that it's time to join your Limitless tribe. Come on up, come join me, get on this stage. It is time to move forward boldly. Claim your choice, honor yourself, do so if it resonates. If it's in a person that's not here, get on up here. If you're in one of our programs, get on up here. If you're coming to one of our next events, get on up here. If you're gonna play in any way, shape, or form with Limitless, I invite you to come and take a stand and to be with us, because it means we get to see you again.
Program, come on up.
If you're already a member of the tribe, team leaders, all of you, come join us up here and make a choice that honors you. If we get to see you again, come play with us and come join us up here on this tribe. This is the box. This is where we're going to collect them. Come on up here. Come and play. Come on, race on up here. If you're going to be up here, come on and be up here. Playing in any way, shape, or form. Gerald, you got to lead these people through some dancing, dude.
Oh, yeah. Everyone say, I love my tribe.
I love my tribe.
Oh, yeah. Get your visionary on. Let's celebrate.
Awesome. All right, now, we're just going to pause for a second. Now, this is the training. Some people are on this stage because they know they need to be, and they know that they have more breakthroughs with Limitless. But is it also possible we have some people on the stage that might be here by virtue of peer pressure, or maybe it didn't feel right, but they came up anyway because they felt like that as the people pleaser, for whatever reason, that's kind of what you should do. Is it possible we have that here among us? Yeah, absolutely. And I want to make a promise to you that if you dishonor yourself by your choice of being on the stage, you will not get the return on your investment, whatever it looks like. You will not get nearly as much out of it when we do things for the wrong reasons. And very similarly, whether you're on the stage or whether you're sitting in this audience, is it possible we have these people in the audience that are absolutely honoring themselves by sitting in those chairs? And they deserve a huge round of applause. I want to be with people who honor themselves. But is it also possible that we have some people sitting in the audience that actually want to be on the stage and came up with some reason, some excuse why they couldn't? Is that possible? Yeah, what are some excuses that we use for not doing the right things? Money, time, fear, don't have a credit card. So what I hear you saying is we could have the wrong people in the seats and we could have some wrong people on the stage. Is that possible? All right, so friends, this is a commitment I make in my life. This is my intention, I want every moment of my life to be in the right place at the right time with the right people. I don't got any more life to lose. I don't have any more life to waste. I ain't messing around anymore with the wrong people. I am here to show up where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be. Sometimes that means at the event I go up to Gerald and say, Gerald says, okay, Chris, you're on. And I say, no, I'm not. Cover for me. Send in our amazing trained team because I'm not at my highest and best. I love you enough that I'm committed to honoring what's inside of me, because if we lived in a world where everyone did that, can you imagine? Can you imagine how much more abundance would flow? Can you imagine how much more happiness and joy would be shared? It'd be a very different world. So this is what I would like to do. Because this is training right now, I'm going to create an invitation that if you are on stage and you feel like you're there for any reason other than the right one, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to come find your seat in the audience and honor yourself for making that choice. And if there's anyone in the audience that knows that they caved into anything where they know they're supposed to be up here, I'm going to give you 30 seconds right now to make the switch and simply do it for your own integrity. Make the switch now. Give it up for these amazing people as we do this shuffle. Give it up for these amazing people as we do this shuffle. All right. Friends, I can never know what's best for any of you. I know that. But you know what I know? I can represent myself in the most authentic way that I can, whether that means as a healer, a warrior, a visionary, an oracle. What's true to myself in the moment? Because when we're true to ourselves, we're going to take the right steps. One of the biggest reasons why people don't get what they want in life is because we are taking a step forward with the right decision, and then we're taking steps forward with the wrong decision, and 1 minus 1 equals no things. How different in weight loss? Someone wants to lose 30 pounds and doing things where they escalate up and down, never getting to their goal. Over a decade, they might lose 1,000 pounds and still never lose the 30. Honoring yourself, being where you're supposed to be, making choices that resonate, being in tune with that intuition. Friends, that ensures that you can take steps forward in your life and continue stepping into greater abundance, greater love, greater results, greater peace, greater happiness. And friends, that's what we want beyond anything that we can ever materialize. There's these feelings that we want inside. So first of all, I want to invite all of you to give yourselves a huge round of applause for honoring yourself, for being where you're supposed to be, whatever that looks like. Awesome. And in a moment, we're going to invite you to come and take your seats. We have a few more minutes before we are going to head to lunch. We have a process in the back that you can actually see those letters in the back. Go ahead and hold them up, team. That's our organized way of saying, don't worry, your credit card's not lost. And you can go and retrieve that before you head off to lunch. But allow me to say this. If you are on this stage, then when you're given the opportunity before lunch, then take the next appropriate action with us. You know how much courage it takes to do what I just did? No different than the courage I want you to take in your life to take your next steps. Make your next appropriate investment to be where you need to be, whether that is at next week's health intensive. Oh my goodness, it is going to be a mind-blowing transformation of your body by learning how to permanently lose weight, step out of low energy or any kind of disease. Friends, you have an opportunity next week or at our coming events to be with us more, or to join us in our inner circle, or to join us in whatever your next step is. Or maybe it's with the Influence Challenge. Buy 10 tickets and spread those over the next couple of months and learn about how we can pay you abundantly for helping spread the message of Limitless. Do you commit to take your next step when the time is given to you? Awesome. So when you go to the back of the room later, they're going to ask you, what is your next step? Honor yourself by taking action when? 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 That's the only way you get where you want to go, is by seizing the moment and taking action on it powerfully in that moment, whatever it looks like and whatever your heart is saying, whatever resonates. Honor that so that you keep your integrity intact. And that's how you buy your next breakthrough. That's how you move into your next miracle.
It's my tribe. Everyone say, I love my tribe. There's so much strength, and I hope you feel that strength around us in this room right now, the strength of individuals committed to taking action towards their future. This is a tribe that creates results. This is a tribe that creates breakthroughs. This is a tribe that creates miracles because of this intention to live in truth. To live in the space of being limitless means taking every opportunity to move forward towards our dreams and take bold, decisive action. And this tribe, as you look around yourselves right now, this is a tribe that can do anything. And it's so important that we learn how to honor those steps when they're given to us, to take advantage of those opportunities. Because the opportunities vanish so quickly. When you feel that inspired moment, take action on that inspiration. And we invite you to step boldly into this journey with Limitless as we continue to move forward. And like Chris said, that decision may be, yes, I want to be part of the inner circle. I want to take on this year of transformation, and now is my time. Everyone say, now is my time.
Now is my time.
And that decision might be, wow, I really want to join the inner circle, and right now I get to prepare for that, and right now I get to be part of the $99 a month tribe where I have access to the events, where I have access to the weekly coaching calls, and maybe that's the next step. In which case, that gets to be your decision. Say, now's my time for that. Everyone say, now's my time.
Now's my time.
But the importance is, do not leave this room without making a decision to take a step forward towards your goals, especially if it scares you, especially if it overwhelms you, especially if you feel afraid of what it means in that commitment. That commitment is the only gateway for the breakthroughs and miracles to happen.
What I want to do right now is I'd like to speak to our entire Limitless 12 tribe. So all of you that are sitting in your seats, come on the stage here. We're now going to shift into a final process here as we prepare for lunch. So come join us up here for being a participant in this event for your breakthrough. Come step on up here. Every one of us learning how to best honor ourselves, which we just love about you. That's right. Come on up here. Okay, friends, let's lock in this information that we've been talking about today. I'm an influencer. I am a tremendous force for good. I am priceless. And I claim and own my power. I can't hear you. Now, come on, you got a little bit more in you than that because you are limitless. Yes, you are. I use my gifts to bless the world. I'm of infinite value. And I do change this world. starting right here with me. I'm committed to all the breakthroughs that I need because I am limitless. Because I am limitless. Together, we are limitless.
We love you so much, and this is just the beginning. We hope that this is just the beginning of a long, long, long relationship that you have with us as we continue to grow and as you continue to grow, because we need leaders like you, and the world needs leaders like you.
Friends, just a final thought. Why? Why up here share this message? It's because people come up to me and they want to know, Chris, you're so young and you've done so much, and how has that happened? It's happened because of mentors. And I want to take this opportunity to express some deep gratitude because I have had dozens of mentors, but I'm blessed, and I'm going to put this person on the spot right now. Ed, can I invite you and your amazing wife, Susan, to come up here? And I want everyone to take an opportunity to acknowledge you. Come up here and turn them around, face these people. I want them to see you. Friends, for the last several years, this man has been my most influential business mentor. He has an amazing life. He has done so many incredible things. He's done, frankly, in his life what so many people only wish they could ever experience. And that's why I've sought him out as a mentor. And he's been brutal. He's shot straight. He tells me how it is. And not only does I could spend time right now going over a long list of his accolades and why he is so amazing, but rather I just want to take this moment to speak from the heart and just say that Limitless is here, and we're celebrating 1 year because of how this man has influenced my life. And I have a profound love for this man and for his wife that supports him and the team they are. And if you are enjoying any part of your Limitless experience, it's because you've been receiving secondhand mentorship through me from this man. I speak this morning on influence and taking action and moving forward and recognizing your worth, because this man also could see it in me, and it's because he sees it in himself. Can you please help me acknowledge this amazing man that has helped launch our Limitless movement? Give it up for him.
I would actually love for Ed to just share, just really quickly, a few words, for everyone here. What advice would you give them about how to move forward and create the dreams in their life? What advice would you give them right now?
At the age of 19, I was exposed to understanding that the words that we say create our reality. And I've been practicing that for 39 years. And people have asked me, well, how did you do this, or how did you do that, or how did you take an idea and set up a desk in your youngest daughter's closet and turn it into a $150 million business in 13 countries? It's because I did exactly what these men and their team and all the angels are teaching you to do. I said it first, over and over again. And the hardest part of my journey of that was saying it when I didn't believe it. I wrote things on the mirror so that I saw it everything in the morning. I wrote things on the rear view mirror in my car. I had little stickers everywhere. I am amazing. I am awesome. Success attacks me. Wealthy people want to know what I want to know. And that little part of me in the beginning always said, this is such BS. I would do this while I got on my 10-speed bike and rode to people's houses to talk to them about how to become wealthy. because I was selling things, at that time. So the main thing that I would share with you is that these steps of speaking things into action, they are true regardless of whether you speak things of life to yourself or things of death to yourself. And then putting action behind it. So there really is not a trick to this. Your brain does not know the difference between reality and illusion, your subconscious brain. I'll prove it to you right now. How many of you ever have had a dream that you didn't realize was a dream until you woke up? We've all had that, haven't we? We've had good dreams and we've had bad dreams. Our subconscious does not know the difference. Gerald talks so incredibly about the planting of the seeds. And if you plant those seeds into your subconscious, I am powerful, I am amazing, success follows me, success comes to me, money flows freely to me, I am healthy, I am powerful, I am an amazing partner. You keep planting those seeds. I want to tell you something. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's quote unquote true and what in the beginning is an illusion. And I will tell you, it'll all become your reality. Your challenge will be the first few months of planting those seeds every single day, over and over again, in what my brain was a field of weeds. I had tons of weeds, and I kept trying to get these little seeds in there until pretty soon there were more of the good seed growing than of the weeds. It's been an amazing, this man is way too humble. I have shared a few little tidbits with him. He's one of the most powerful, amazing human beings I've ever met in my life. I've had the opportunity to be a mentor of sorts to many powerful men and women. And I've never met one with the amount of personal power that he has, the amount of crazy intelligence that he has, the amount of strength and will and inspiration and capability that is still humble enough to listen to somebody else. Because one of the things, I'm sure you guys have probably seen this with people, is a lot of people, I said this in your room the other night, they reach the age of infinite wisdom in 3 to 6 months if they're as powerful as these guys. I'm just really getting to know Gerald now. I've been unbelievably amazed at literally, this is the first time I got to hear you at length. What a blessing you guys have between these two men. What fantastic yin and yang. You know what I mean? I mean, you guys get it all with them. So, Chris, it's been an honor to be part of your life, to be part of this journey. And to this day, I've said this to you many times before, I just can't believe, with all your strength, with everything that you have, with all that you've accomplished, that you're still humble enough and strong enough and a man enough to continue to reach out and say, hey, what do you think of this, or what do you think of that? And it's not that I always have the answers. I don't. We just do a good job of pushing buttons for each other sometimes. And, right? Anyhow, it's an honor to be with all of you. It's an honor to see how all this has grown. Thank you for letting me be part of the tribe. And I want to say one last thing. None of this would have been possible without me being able to attract this woman into my life. Because she has given me, I basically went into retirement after I sold my first, well, not my first business, but after I sold one of my most successful businesses. And I really didn't want to do anything anymore. And at the same time that I started being inspired by attracting this amazing woman, Susan, into my life, is when I started realizing I'm not done giving to the world. There was one person that came up on stage and said that they knew from a young child what their mission was. And I knew mine at age 13. It was to enhance and enrich the quality of life for millions of people worldwide. I had no idea what that meant, and I had no idea how that was going to happen. I honestly believe that Limitless is probably going to be the biggest chapter of the writing of that book. Thank you.
Beautiful. All right, so as we head to lunch, here's 2 things for you to focus on. The first, when you go back to the back table, make a commitment of what your next step is. For some of you, you're still exploring being part of the Inner Circle, the Mentor Maker, one of the higher level programs. Make sure that you have a time to meet with the strategists, the Pathfinders this afternoon. Make sure that you make those decisions and allow them to help you to step into the greatest year of transformation of your life. So if that's the path for you, go back to the back table, let them know, make sure you have a time scheduled. If right now is not your time to be part of one of the higher level programs, make the commitment to be part of the Tribe, which is our program for just $99 a month. You have access to all of our events, our weekly training calls. We'll be talking a little bit more about that this afternoon, but you can talk to anyone at the back table. Tell me more about this. I want to be part of it. But make a commitment of what the next step is for you to be part of this movement, because we need and we want you. And more importantly, your families need that from you.
Okay, now the second thing we want you to do during your lunch break is we have laid out this amazing influence challenge. How many of you can think of people whose lives could be bettered by attending Limitless? Yes. And so know that if you move a ticket, there's a shirt. If you move 5 or 10 tickets, in fact, the person that moves the most tickets is going to get what? Mexico. They're coming to Mexico. Person who, even if you're buying 10 tickets for the future for your loved ones, friends, and family, we're going to give you $25,000 of all of our digital mentoring we've been doing over the last 5 years. How many of you would see great value in that small investment? Yeah. So use your lunch hour to invite people and know that you can buy tickets in bulk at a great discount and be with us not just as a member of the tribe, but help bring people back to these events. And later you'll get to learn our plan to help you become financially free.
Yeah, so with that, right now it is 2:45. We're going to be back here to start at 2:15.
Wait, what time? No. That's when the doors open. We're going to be back early.
Yeah, so come back. We've got an incredible afternoon, some of our favorite processes this afternoon. We'll see you take all of your stuff with you, and just remember, you're limitless. Everyone say, I am limitless!
I am limitless!
All right, we'll see you soon.